Without further ado, welcome everyone to the origin for our campaign together, the Monoquim Manhunt. I'm your host, DM Donovan Chase, and then we have our players who are going to introduce themselves. First, we're going to start with Alacuin, so please, by all means, let's start with you. Tell us who you are, how you come to this project, and a little bit about the character you'll be playing for this lovely adventure.
Awesome. Well, I'm actually thankful. I started getting into the Crypto Dungeon NFTs and getting into the project and hooked up with Zan and Donovan here, and I was really loving it. And I was like, hey, I'm loving this. And so they asked me to come and help with the community development side of things. So I started recruiting people, getting people in from different places all over crypto, and it's been awesome. As part of the team. There's the founders and there's the team, and so I'm part of the team, and we built the team up as well. So we're really excited. So I'm just happy to be part of it. I've got a bunch of these NFTs, and I'm excited to get my dunk today because I get to, you know, we get every time you play, if you have stakes with Crypto Dungeon, you get some free coins out of it. So I'm looking forward to that. And then in terms of my character, so I'm Alacuin the Altruistic. I am an Oozoth, which means I am a creature from the premortal soup, and I've come with my peoples. We've crept onto the land, and we've created a whole vibrant community outside the city, kind of in the foresty area, in the swamp area. But what's happening is we're not really well treated as a race. We are mistreated, and especially from the keep and all those who are in the castle, they love to just basically always abuse us, oppress us. And so, as someone who is altruistic, I am very annoyed by this, and I believe that we need to have our own land for our own people. And so, I will be continually thinking about that, as well as helping my band of misfits. We've gathered together because we're especially upset with a certain leader of the peoples, a magistrate, and for me, this is one step along to helping us find a way to start our own homeland for the Oozoth.
Thank you very much, Alacuin. We then go, as we've heard from you, we now go over to the lovely Kaz. Kaz, why don't you go ahead and tell us who you are, what are you playing, how do you come to this project?
Okay, I'm Kaz, and I'm playing Kaz. I'm playing Casmo Volker. And how did I come to the project? I met you guys in Nashville, NFT Nashville, and I don't think I talked to you, Princess Popcorn. I don't think we. I
Only
mean,
a
we met for
slight
maybe
bit. Only a slight bit.
yeah, and I was supposed to say goodbye to the Cosmos ecosystem, and now I'm sucked back into it. But I'm actually enjoying this. This is it was my way of saying goodbye. I was like, and I'm happy to be back here, and you can take the Cosmos out of the boy, but you can't take the boy out of Cosmos. So I'm back in. Anyway, that's my announcement. But as far as my character, do you want to hear anything about him at all? I mean, should I read the description that I read you guys? A bit longish, but.
No, you don't have to read the whole description. Just tell us in general, what class you're playing, what is your character like, just what people can expect. That's all. Just something short, sweet, pithy, a couple sentences.
Okay, yeah. I'm a level 3 cleric. My race is a variant human, and I come from a small town outside the city of Nonamia, and it's called Nonamia because nothing of note or anyone from any good name ever came from there. Nothing of note, and it's just sort of a city that exists, and it's just full of run-of-the-mill people who've never accomplished anything, and that included the person that I was sent to as a young child. My mother was a tavern keeper and of ill repute and ran a boarding house on top of that. So there are rumors about what she's done and how I may have been born, who my father is, but I don't know who he is. She just tells stories about him. Anyway, the short story is I got sent off to this cleric to learn, this master cleric, and his name was Vasagar, Lars Vasagar, and which is he's a Nordic dude. And instead of teaching me, which he did for the first year or so, he sent me out on the street to be an enforcer. And so I didn't really learn all the spells I was supposed to learn, and I didn't get the training I needed to. And there's a paramour who's back in Onamia, and I had a daughter with, and I've never seen my daughter. I don't even know her name, and I got a feeling she's Lars's mistress, and so I'm here to learn from you guys, to cast my spells, and go back to Nonamia as a true cleric through experience. Now, I'm moody, I'm cranky, I'm old, and I'm sort of like, what would you call in D&D, a tank. So I don't use my brain. I just walk in and expect to get battered, take the punishment for other people. I can't really use my spells all that. I just crush people.
Thank you very much, Cass, for the introduction. I now go away from this group to go talk to the wonderful, fantastic Chacho, who is a man apart on the other side of the playing field. Chacho, tell us about yourself. Who are you playing? How do you come to know the project?
I came to know the project in a Twitter space, actually, I think. And we were holding the Twitter space, and I heard about it, and I was like, that's a great idea. And someone was generous enough to just send me an NFT, and I was like, yeah, I'm totally down. So the good part about being part of the community, like in general, is we're all pretty like sharing, I guess, with like things that are cool and things that we have that other people don't, so everyone can experience everything. So yeah, I got brought here by COD, kind of. Um,
And tell
and
us more about your character. Who will you be playing for this adventure?
so I'm gonna be Chacho Libre, and basically the old Sultan who was killed by Baldric Blackwell,
That's
and
right.
during that assault, he murdered my family and left me in this horrible state as a semi-human, like an unliving being, which is known as a Witherfang. So I'm like not quite human. But not the merciful, the new leader, uh, he saw that I was struggling and like all the hardship that had come to me, and he's actually hired me as Barbarian to join up with some people. I'm going to go after this Baldric Blackwell guy and hopefully avenge my family. That's my idea.
And so you are. And from there, last but never the least, I must go to our lovely Denim King, who will introduce our character, Scorchmaple.
Whoops,
You darn did moved it. Now I
I
gotta
meant
bring
to
it
drag
on
the
back.
camera. Hello, yes. My name is Josh. I guess I would say I'm sort of a media coordinator for the project here. Going through, helping design some of the Hero Forge minis, recording our sessions, making sure they're all nice and pretty for everybody to see. Scorchmaple here, sort of let's say, maybe like a sleeper agent for the wilds, the forest. It's kind of in a sort of a stasis, hasn't been around for a hot minute. But the surrounding area, all the damage that's being done to the forest in the surrounding area has awoken Scorchmaple, one of the House Acheria of the wilds of the forest, and is now seeking to remedy the situation and is sort of just a being of few words, but when she does speak, she is very persuasive. And a ranger.
Thank you. Thank you. Well, everyone, we come to our adventure here in the Monoquim Manhunt. Our global overarching campaign sees the old Sultan Cromdor that had been killed by Baldric Blackwell. This person, this vile, contemptible being, has taken to safety and refuge in the dark forest, dense with these mighty trees and with these savage wildlife that will oftentimes come out and kill people. It is a very safe place for this person to be, away from Southport City, abbreviated as SPC, away from Ayath the Merciful and the rest of the constables that would seek to hunt down and bring this person to justice. And on this very day, when our adventure begins, we have several of these constables, of these knights, on the pathway going towards the deforested landscape to try and make headway into the darker forests in front of them, to track down, hot on the trail of Baldric Blackwell and his League of Assassins. But on this day, their journey may not be quite as easy as they anticipate, for we have the other merry band of woodland adventurers just on top of a ridge, having exited the nearby tavern to which they usually go to drink or to enjoy themselves a slight bit of libations, the last tavern on the way further into the denser wilds beyond, where civilization and the wilderness come to meet. And they find themselves watching both groups as a strong-armed individual, huge of muscles, wielding a giant billy club and a pretty nice noble's clothing. He wears like a pretty nice tabard atop his toga, has come out into the field today, and he begins to bellow to himself,
"Oh, Benny the Basher, I am Benny the Basher, I come to be Benny the Basher, here to bash a tree." He
takes his mighty club, and on the work of his father, goes over to a nearby tree, largest and tallest that he can find before him, but not quite as large as the other ones over there. It's just a club. He can't bring those down by himself. And he begins to thwack away at the tree with a big mighty thwack. Thwack! Thwack! He smashes into the woodland of the area. Team, both of you see from afar that Benny the Basher is doing his namesake and bashing into this tree. What do y'all want to do? Whoa. Not everyone at once. Calm down. Gee,
Well,
save some for the rest of us.
My altruism and my friendship with my Dryad friend compel me to want to stop this heinous act of violence against a beautiful piece of nature.
So what are you going to do about it?
I, on the other hand, do not care whatsoever and think we should probably just keep walking by.
You want your merry band, Chacho, as you sort of like think to yourself, this doesn't really matter. You sort of shrug, your bones rattle a little as you push on to the next night adjacent to you. The scout party of this group, and an Aarakocra ranger with a bow outstretched, turns around and says to you and the rest of your knights, that guy there, he's not going to make any headway taking down those trees using that club. There's no way he's gonna get any work done, but he surely is gonna upset the woodland creatures. Maybe it'd be better if we just hid behind these trees and waited for them to take him out, and then we can go on further. Baldric is certainly far, far deeper in, and I don't think, by the looks of him, this guy has enough intelligence to warrant us bringing him along on the quest. We'd probably sooner be dead with him than without. The other knights sort of rattle their swords, their shields, and say, "Hear, hear." Anything you'd like to say in response, Chacho?
I think that those knights aren't going to go anywhere anyway, because they're not going to go in that forest. Aren't these the drinking knights? Or no?
These knights are with you on a journey to bring Baldric Blackwell to justice.
These knights, as in the party we're with right now?
If you see yourself on the screen, you'll find that your character is over the edge of the pathway, not near the other companions.
I see. Well, I still think we should just keep going. I don't think anyone's going to do really anything. I don't see why we're dealing with this tree or the woodland creatures. I think we should just kind of push forward to get to some more. I mean, does anyone else have a reason, I guess, that we should be worried about this singular tree or these buffoons that are these knights just like hanging out saying like, well, he's not going to hurt a tree with a club. Like, why don't we just sit here? Well, then they're not going to get Baldric. I want to go get Baldric. Like, let's go get him.
Make me a persuasion check. Now you'll do this by on your D&D Beyond character sheet. You'll see to the left side of the character sheet, kind of towards the bottom, you see a whole bunch of these abilities. And one of those is going to say persuasion. You're going to click the number next to it.
On one second.
Alacuin has figured it out. That is exactly how you roll the die.
Wait, I'm rolling. Which dice am I rolling?
On
You
D&D
just get
Beyond,
right beside it.
if you're looking at your character sheet, you should see that to the far top left-hand side, there's your ability scores. It'll say strength, charisma, dex, or it might say an abbreviation of it. And then slightly one more bar to the right, this is going to be this long rectangular column, or this vertical column, vertical rectangle. Inside of that, you'll see all of your abilities. It'll say things like acrobatics, athletics. You're just going to keep going down the list until you see persuasion. There'll be a little number next to that. You're going to click that number, and it'll roll the die for you.
All right, I got it open. My persuasion is... Persuasion. I don't think I got any persuasion. I got perception. I got insight. I got investigation. I got intelligence, wisdom, charisma, constitution, dexterity, initiative. See no persuasion.
Where you see on your character sheet, do you see where did you say athletics? Did you say that?
No.
No, I didn't think so.
Perception,
Right in the,
insight, investigation.
are you
Oh,
looking?
persuasion. Persuasion. I have a +4 persuasion.
Bingo! You've got it. Click
All
that
right,
button.
sorry again.
The number next to persuasion.
Okay.
And then it should roll the die, and as long as you have it set to send to group, we'll be able to see what you roll.
Clicked it. I guess I don't have it send to group.
Oh no. So when you're looking at your D&D Beyond, and you're looking directly at your character, and you have the sheet pulled up in front of you, you're gonna go up to your. Actually, hold on. Are you clicking the number? Or are you clicking the word? Like there should say that +4.
A number.
And you click that.
Yep.
Okay. Now go up to the top right-hand side of your character sheet. Do you see where there's the anvil and the hammer? It'll be the top right-hand corner.
It says go to builder
Not
when you.
really.
Right. If you hover over it, it'll say go to builder.
How about, can I just roll this one and we'll figure it out while I figure this out?
You can. I just wanted to let you know your game log, when you go up to there, you're going to click to everyone. It'll be to the left of the anvil and hammer. And then up there, you'll see send to default. It'll everyone, self, or DM. You're going to click it to everyone. But you can roll inside of the Tailspire instead of using the D&D Beyond if you want. You just have to mentally add your number to it. Your
Until I
+4.
get it, yeah.
Go for it. So you hit
right.
spacebar and Tailspire. It'll pull up your dice. You'll grab the 20, drag it out, give it a chuck.
All right.
All right.
18.
Hey.
And then what's your
I think
modifier?
that's sufficient regardless of my score. +4.
So 18 plus 4 is 22?
Yeah.
And 22 is an excellent check. You'd say to the other knights, this is a waste of time. We're not going to sit here. Somebody else is going to go get him if we don't. And they all sort of murmur, looking to themselves, going, oh, yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah, okay, let's keep going. All of the knights begin to clatter along, turning over to the bird, and the Aarakocra protesting, wait, no, you don't understand, we're all gonna die. The knights just sort of clang their shields together and say, we're not afraid of that. And they immediately begin to walk on down the path. Should you wish to join them?
Yes.
Very well. You all continue to walk up until you get just behind Benny the Basher, who turns over to see that you've arrived. He looks over, waves his hand, and says,
Oh, hello. Are you all here to help me bash down this tree? The city could really use a more supply of wood, and I've got to make it up to my paw.
I would like to loose an arrow into the tree next to his head as a warning shot.
very well. You do so, Scorch Cherry, or Scorch Maple. The cherry just sort of like goes with the Scorch Cherry, you know? Anyway. You fire the arrow and immediately wiggles into the tree next to them. Benny the Basher, you see, is shocked as he jumps up into the air, turns back around, looks over at the Aarakocra, even despite the fact that the arrow has clearly come from the opposite direction, and he says,
Hey, we could have been friends here, you and I. We could have bashed this tree down. What was that for?
Team, is there anybody who wants to do anything else while this is happening before I continue evolving the scene?
May I?
Alacuin, Kaz, do y'all want to do anything?
I wowould say to Scorch Cherry.
No, it's Scorch Maple. I put that in your head.
Just say to him, hey, listen, I'm just doing a little target practice, man. Just want to get your attention. That's all. Come on, man. I'd say we get out the beer brewing kit and we just like make some beer and get them all drunk, and then we smash them up. Thank you.
I don't know if we have to worry about this one. They seem dumb.
It's too early in the morning for slaying right now. I don't know.
Is this a good time to detect magic? I just want to know if there's all these beasts he's talking about. I'm wondering if I should hold off on that spell, or if I don't know what does my friends think. These guys seem to be afraid of something.
We just got an invitation to like join them, and then we shot an arrow at them. I think they're not. I think we better just backtrack a little bit here. Go whoa. Don't get. I don't know. I mean, just a personal opinion.
One of Chacho's members was very afraid. Like, he wants to hide. He's scared of the beasts. So I don't know if that's just beasts or is that like dark magic or something. But I suppose we can wait.
I believe they're afraid of us.
I say, go for it. Anytime we can blow something up or scare people or do whatever, I'm down.
All right, Scorch Maple, I'm with you on this one. If we're gonna take them out, we're gonna take them out. We're gonna take them out fast.
Well, can I maybe just get myself a familiar? Is that gonna take too much time? I don't know how that works.
It does take 1 hour to summon a familiar.
Oh, okay.
But I mean, if you want, you by all means, you go right ahead. You start cast and find familiar. We'll get back to you in a little while. 55 minutes from now.
Do you think now
What a
is
familiar! I
really
didn't know
time
that
for
take that
this?
long. Okay, no, I'll wait on that then. I just want to get my animal because then the animal would help me with these. This whole thing about beasts. I'm listening to this guy. He's afraid for a reason.
Let us observe what this brute does.
Yeah, just watch.
Very well,
We're
team.
just gonna watch him. Right.
You watch on from afar. It's a bright, sunny day, other than those of you who are shaded by the massive trees. And although it's a bright, sunny day and seems to be sort of carefree, the mood immediately becomes somewhat tense as the arrow has impaled into the tree. A slight bit of sap freshens the air, or provides a sort of a sugary scent to the air, almost like a light cake of some kind. To those of you who are close enough to see it, the Aarakocra steps forward and says, We didn't shoot that at you. It was them up on the hill beyond you. The trees. There's things that hide in them. Creatures. They seek to murder you, and perhaps us. And us, I say. We shouldn't have gone forward. He says to the knights, as well as to our skeletal friend, the Witherfang. He turns to you, Chacho, and says, this was all your fault. We're gonna die because of you.
Yeah, you're gonna die because of me. Let's get on with it.
Just because you're already dead doesn't mean that we have to join you.
Well, you don't have to. Run away.
Right.
I'll count to 10.
What do you mean? Are you saying you're going to kill us?
I think that's what I'm saying, yeah. Pretty clear.
There are 3 of us and only 1 of you. There's no way you could possibly take us on. 4 of you got Benny there. Benny's with us, yeah? Benny turns over and says,
Yeah, I'm here to bash these trees, you know what I'm saying? And, I'll bash that brain if you want to get that done too. We could do the tree and the brain and this arrow. We could get it all done. Pops would be proud to have an undead, a skeleton on our sides. Boy, we'd be doing the city a real favor. Why do you even have him with you anyway?
Well, I think I'm just gonna stick with my my little bluff here and see how it goes.
very well.
I'm not running away.
You stick to your bluff, and in this moment, the knights unsheathe their swords, and they look to the Aarakocra and say, "Hold on just a second. This guy, he's a sworn hunter like us. We go in there, start fighting amongst ourselves. That just does more good for Baldric. I don't think that we're gonna stumble into a nest of assassins. Seriously, down a man or two, because we're fighting over some stupid woodland creatures that aren't even here." He sort of like gestures around to the whole woods all at once. Sort of goes onto the other side of Chacho. And the other one gets up alongside him and says, "Yeah, why don't we just put these at ease? You, Benny, come on. You're gonna join our team. We don't need to bash these trees. You're gonna get far more loyalty and respect from your pa if you come help us bring in that wanted fugitive, Blackwell. In fact, anyone who takes that guy down is, in my eye, is doing the city a real big favor. Anyone in the city would be more than happy to give you whatever you request so long as we find this Blackwell guy. It's a lot better than one stupid tree is gonna do." Stupid tree. You coming out here for a tree. No one's gonna respect you that way.
I agree.
Did you say you agree?
I agree.
Benny turns to you, and he sort of seems a little bit puzzled, a little confused for the moment. He goes over towards the arrow, and he tries to pull it out and goes, "Ugh." As he takes the arrow out, he's gonna hold it up. And as he does so, I need to know, Scorchmaple, what does your arrow look like? How do you craft them?
They are like 2 intertwined, I want to say vines, but more sticks of kind of laced together, like a spiral almost, with an arrowhead at the end with some nice, feathers from the forest.
What beautiful artistry you have. Benny picks that up and he snaps it in half. The twigs just going out every which way. The little feathers slightly falling to the floor as he goes,
Yeah, I could be with you guys, but what I don't understand is why you fired this at me. I mean, this is a stick. You just fired a stick with a rock at me. That could have hurt if that hit me in the head. I might have lost from some brain cells from that. So if you want me to come on your trip, you're gonna have to make it worth my while. I mean, might be good to get some stuff done from the city and get rewarded and stuffs, but how do I know you're not gonna kill me and whatnot?
The Aarakocra sort of goes over to his shoulder, taps him on the shoulder, and says, "You idiot! That's not my arrow. Mine look like this." And he shows him an arrow that's just a nice little straight, plain stick of wood. Doesn't even look as though it's very nice. It's got a metal arrowhead like you would expect, a long quilled feather that comes from one of the desert creatures just outside of Southport City, away from the jungle. He twirls Benny around towards the ridge where the arrow actually came from, and points over in yonder direction and says, "Those ones, simpleton, see them? Those are the ones that fired at you." And for the first time, the knights and Benny look up onto the ridge to see the animal folk, or at least to see Kaz sticking out into the sunlight, not quite under the shade, his big gigantic figure and the shiny chainmail and sword and shield he's wearing sticking out like a sore thumb inside of the edge of the foliage here. And Benny looks up with his big mighty club and says,
Oh yeah. That's the guy who did it. I can tell he used that shield to hide behind. That's why I didn't see him. You're a dead man.
As what did I say about staying out of the light?
I got one thing to say. I said, Benny, have we met before? I think we've met before, Benny the Basher. I know the name. I know your name. I'm from somewhere. When was that, Benny? Let's think about this for a second. Wait, I think we might have known each other at one time.
The Benny the Basher looks up from you from beyond the cliff, still has his club outstretched as he goes,
No, I don't think I know you. I would remember you. I'm pretty good with faces.
Yeah, Benny.
I'm pretty good with names too, and I don't know any Kaz guy.
Well, I think we met each other a long, long time ago under better circumstances. But if you don't remember, I think we got a personal problem, man. You can decide what you want to do, Benny.
We have a personal problem because I haven't met you before. I don't remember that. What is
No?
That doesn't make sense. I think we have an issue because you shot at me.
How far away are we from these guys?
You are currently what appears to be. You can at any point in time, actually, for those of you who are inside of the Tailspire, if you could do me a favor, click M for M, just like that, real quick. M4M. That's all you got to do. But anytime you can use M to bring out these radial tooltips, all sorts of lovely features that Tailspire has, and you can drag a line, and I know you're not in the Tailspire, you're watching this stream, so I get that. But for everyone at home, this will show you that you are 50 feet away from the group, or from Benny. Do you have any ideas what you wanted to do?
I'm just going to say to him, I'm going to say, hey, listen, pal, I'm kind of far away right now, and you haven't seen my face. And I open up my shield and I say, there is no quiver, there is no bow. I did not shoot any arrows at you. But if you have a personal problem, if you don't believe me, then we got a personal problem.
You have one of those fancy arrow-slinging swords over there, I can tell. It's really shiny, that's clearly because it's magic. Why don't you come down here and show me you don't have any arrows, huh?
You're the guy who's accusing me. Why don't you come here and find out? Come on over, Benny. Come on over. I'll show you myself.
Maybe I will come over there. You're not going to like it when I do.
And he slowly, methodically begins to stomp across the vegetation over to your locale.
And hence my long sword, broadsword, whatever I have. It's starting to flash in the sunlight. And I'm sort of flicking around and letting it go into Benny's eyes. Because I'm still in the sunlight, aren't I? Just sort of
you are. You absolutely are.
Yeah. So I'm just taking the reflection and just making sure it goes right into his eyes.
All right. Go ahead and make me a dexterity check or a wisdom check, your choice, as you try and angle the sunlight into his eyes. It's a pretty good tactic. I will also award you +1 inspiration for using a very good, like sort of using your brain, thinking outside the box, something that it's not on your character sheet, right? Everyone starts with 1 inspiration, so that means you now have 2 inspiration. And as a friendly reminder to those of you playing and those watching at home, you can at any point in time after you see a die roll, but I haven't started scripting the result yet, you can say, I use my inspiration! And you get to re-roll that die and take whatever the higher total is. You can stack these, so you can theoretically have 247 if you manage to get them. You get inspiration every time you do something that is like very, very amazing character growth for your personal character. Whenever you do something that's quite, a very knackful or a very artistic way to express the rules of Dungeons and Dragons, or anytime you just simply outfoxed me as the dungeon master.
So what do I do as far as okay, so it says Alacuin the altruistic rolled up. Okay, so I'm inside the it's a campaign right now. It says I have a button for launch game. You might have to edit this out. But so
we can edit everything out.
Okay, so it goes to builder. So actually I'm not gonna go to builder. I'm gonna go to the sidebar, right? Where do I go again? Sorry.
In Tailspire? Is that what you're talking about?
No, I'm in D&D and Beyond right now.
Oh, D&D Beyond. Okay, excellent. So what you're going to do in D&D Beyond is when you've got your character sheet that you're looking at, you're going to go to the far left-hand side, and when you're on the far left-hand side, you'll see that there's quite a few different ability scores, like right underneath where there's like strength and dexterity. You're going to see a small little box that says saving throws in there. And then to the right of that, you'll see a long vertical box that says skills at the very bottom. You're going to go through that skills and just know that anytime asking for a check like a deception or a medicine check, you'll see it there in that big vertical box. The saving throws that I had mentioned before is any time that something is happening to you. Whenever I ask you for a strength saving throw, you'll use that one. And the box right at the beginning that I mentioned for your ability scores, strength, dex, con, you're going to go towards the big number, whether it's a -1 or +3, whatever that is, right underneath of wisdom or dexterity, and then click that. And it should roll and show everyone.
Okay, so which one should I click? My wisdom or my dexterity?
Whichever one is higher. Now, I should let you know, as a DM, usually people will only ask you for 1 check, but I would like to give you a little bit more freedom. So I think of any checks that might qualify for the action you're doing, and their difficulty class, the number you need to reach to succeed, will be different depending on which of those skills I think is most fitting for the scenario. So for example, you might dexterously wave your sword in such a way that catches the light, which is different in terms of you using your wisdom to see the light flashing and just know precisely where to angle it.
Okay. All right, I gotcha. And I'm wondering if it's just wise to do that in the first place. But
It does seem wise.
I think since I've learned this as a kid, but my wisdom is higher. My total wisdom is higher. So should I just hit the 15 or the +2?
The +2.
+2. Okay. I think I'm.
That's right.
Now?
That's right.
Let's do it. Let's see if it's wise or not. All right.
Ooh! Now that, my friends, is what we call a critical success, a nat 20. In our campaigns, those are going to be a little bit better than ordinary circumstances. As you're flashing the sunlight down onto the man, would you like personal or group success?
Oh, well, group success, of course.
Very well.
Everyone.
You flash your sword out into the sunlight, and you watch as miraculously the sun hits off the top, and you can feel some woodland dryad presence seems to sparkle, sprinkling down these colorful sunshine like dancing lights down into the faces of all the people down below. You watch as they all raise their hands and become blinded by this effect. You are temporarily, you have the edge on them as they are blinded. They cannot see. They cannot benefit from any ability to sense how far away you are. Now would be the time to strike if you want advantage to deal some mighty blows to this group. Is there anything?
What an epic move, Kaz. What an epic move.
What do you guys say? I mean, guys and gals, what do you guys think?
You did the sunlight thing. It's absurd. It works. Go for it. Critical success on sunlight.
Yeah, I think we take out Benny. Like, can we knock him out? Can we incapacitate them somehow, so that then the other guys we could join us on our little tour. We might be helpful to have these other guys as we search after this.
I
Helpful
swear
guy.
I know. I swear I know Benny from the past. I just feel bad about taking him out.
What do you
No,
seek
look at
from
that.
this forest? I
As
shout to them.
As you yell out for what you seek or what they seek from this forest, you may not have seized the advantage. However, from the other massive tree across the road, some woodland creatures, 2 dryads, begin making their way out of the root system as they split apart. A fairy guides them, sprinkling dust along their way as they arrive. The dryads take one large, slender spike of wood inside of their hands, and they hurl it into the back of Benny's head. As it splatters into the backside, blood sprays everywhere, and he goes down. Team, the woodland creatures are here to raise the assault. You hear a large, sort of a strange noise come from them as Benny goes down immediately. The combat has begun. If you would like to join it, roll initiative.
What do I have to
Must be
roll?
done.
Someone did it for us, guys. If you wait long enough, they'll do it for us. I thought we were gonna.
I'm rolling. How do I roll? What do I roll? 20?
So
How far-
yes, it's you roll a d20, but if you look under your proficiency bonus or to the left of your armor class on your character sheet, you will see a box that says initiative, and it'll have a number in it.
Well, I rolled a 2, so I think it's going to be irrelevant again.
Can
I
we
can see
save? Can we save Chacho? He seemed like an okay guy. He was, a little selfish, but I don't know if he deserves.
Wait, I can use my my whatever. What's it called? My inspiration.
You can use your inspiration for any d20 roll.
So right now I can use it again, right?
Did you what are you using on your
I can use
initiative?
it again.
You could.
Yeah, I wish I would use it on HP.
Wouldn't that have been nice?
Yeah. So
We've got
my initiative.
One
Guys,
sec.
let you know, I can blind and deafen if you want me to.
Well, I'm just trying to think of like these dryads are attacking them, not us, right? They're not coming after us.
I got
That's
a
correct.
16 plus 2.
16 plus 2, that puts you at 18, which means that you are right behind the Aarakocra. Kaz, what did you have?
Oh, I could have blinded and deafened them.
You did blind them.
I did? Yeah, well, I already did. Yeah, I can make them deaf as well.
Which is brilliant, by the way, Kaz. Brilliant move.
All right, thank you very
I
much.
don't waste that. Do you think, or like these? Why are we fighting these? Are we fighting? Like, I'm trying to think as a group. Are we trying to fight this guys? Or are we just gonna let these dryads? Like, Denim is
Yeah.
a dryad. What's a dryad?
I
Like, are you?
just threw down some dice.
I'm with the dryads for sure.
I only
Yeah,
got 5 HP and I'm down.
Oh, 5 HP, that's right. Friends at home, this is your lesson. Never roll your dice, because then you end up with a barbarian with 5 hit points at level 3, all right? Don't do that. Don't roll your dice at home. Just take the manual scores. I'm telling you, it's always better. And your DM will know if you've cheated by rolling the dice. Listen to me. Listen to me when I say this. I've been doing this a long time. I will know if you're cheating.
If you're above
Him
single
at
digits
5
and
HP,
cheated,
that's the reality. That's not cheating. That's just how shitty it is. All right, anyway. Kaz, what's your initiative?
Well, I'm just thinking. I'm like, listen, I'll let you know. Scorchmaple. It's like they're her people, man. It's like, you want to get in and like do some slaying with your folk. Go ahead, man. We'll just sit here and brew some beer and just let you guys get on with it.
Yeah, tell us what you want there, Scorchmaple. We're your buddies.
Yeah, I mean, if you want us to get involved, I mean, okay, I guess it's time for a little blood then.
The forest has spoken. We must take action.
I'm sorry. I thought we were already doing the blood. I just threw out. I think I already attacked them.
Oh,
I don't know if we can go back from that.
How far away am I from them?
Cass, I need to know your initiative, so you need to go on your character sheet, and there's this initiative button that you'll see. It's like right next to the little shield that says armor class, and there will be a little number in there. Click that button. Because right now we're
initiative.
establishing turn order.
Initiative. I'm trying to find this. Where is it?
On your character, it'll be like sort of in the middle, the top middle of your character sheet, adjacent to the shield that says armor class.
It's at the top, right?
Yep.
I was strengthened dexterity and constitution. I'm not in the right area, am I?
You are getting close. Keep going down there. Do you see right in the top middle it says proficiency bonus?
Oh yeah, I see the bonus. Okay.
Right next to
Initiative.
the down, right below that is initiative.
Okay, so I'm gonna click on that.
Yep.
It's a +1, so okay, I'm gonna click on it. And
And you get a 10. A 10 puts you behind Bones of Candy. Well, his name's not Bones of Candy anymore, it's Chacho. But that puts you behind Chacho, the Aarakocra, Scorchmaple, and the Dryads. Alacuin, what was your initiative?
you can chill now.
Well-
Okay, cool.
I'm trying to think what's the better here, if I do a Ray of Frost or an Acid Splash here on these guys.
Fret not. For right now, we're just determining initiative order, which is who goes in what order in combat.
Oh.
So I'll need you to roll that initiative button, and then you'll decide your combat when we get to your turn.
Okay, I was missing that. I was looking at some other. I was trying to figure out my spells. Okay, so initiative is where
Oh,
again?
good.
At the,
It'll be at the top middle of your character sheet, right underneath all of those ability scores and your proficiency bonus.
initiative. Okay.
Oh,
I got
20.
Yeah.
That's great. That puts you right at the top. That means you're gonna have all the hard times figuring out what the hell to do first. Then I think that means that we've got our full initiative set here. So Alacuin will lead with you. Now, on your turn in Dungeons and Dragons, you have an action, a bonus action, a free action, and a reaction. All of these things that you can do before we come back to your turn later. Now, usually the action, the bonus action, the free action, and your movement are stuff that you will do while it's your turn. And your reaction is usually, but not always, done outside of your turn in response to something else. Now on your character sheet, you'll see that you've got like the really big rectangle that takes up most of your screen. You'll see that there is action, bonus action, reaction. Those are all the things that you can do with those slots on your turn. Now I know that's a lot to break down, and we'll be with you as we learn every step of the way. But in your action slot, you'll usually have things like the weapons you're carrying, like your quarterstaff that you can attack with, or any spells that you have selected. If you haven't selected them and put them into there, then they won't show up properly on your character sheet. You may have to look for those later, or try and figure it out as combat's going on.
How do I select them? That's what I did. I thought I had prepared them all, but all I see is Ray of Frost here from.
That means that the action spell that you have, Ray of Frost, will show up there, and the other ones must not be actions. I'll go over to your character sheet now and sort of help you figure it out.
Right, because I have a bunch of other spells like, but that action makes sense because it's also at 60 feet. So maybe the other ones are too close, right? It doesn't know that though, does it?
Usually action, like spells that'll show up in action are ones that you have to roll an attack roll for.
Okay.
But other spells, if you click the spells tab next to actions, that'll show you all your spells.
Yeah, it looks like you've got Shatter, which is also an action. You've got Detect Magic, that is an action. And then you should have Acid Splash, Prestidigitation, and Ray of Frost. If you're looking at the attack section, that'll be the only one that shows up, or Ray of Frost will be the only one that shows up because the others aren't attacks.
Oh, I see.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, is it bad to use a spell now? Is this a waste of time, or should I just use my longbow? What do you guys think? I'm not used to this much. I got a longbow.
Can we go through his sheet and then make suggestions or look at his inventory and stuff like that? Each other's inventory.
You can absolutely help each other out so long as he's happy to accept it, so long as he, asks for the assistance, right? But he's curious what do y'all think he should do. So you can work together as a team to figure that out.
Yeah,
So we can bring up your sheet, right? So on
Yes.
just click on your guy and then inside of
So
try to
I got
catch
the
you up.
Shatter is probably my best attack, but then I do have the Ray of Frost and the Acid Splash.
You have Shatter?
Yes, he took Shatter.
I love Shatter. Shatter
course.
is a fun one because it's an area of effect, and you don't have to roll, it just happens. And they have to roll to block it, or take the half damage, all that. And so you can hit several creatures within a certain radius. So I'm
aiming,
always
please?
all for, but I know that'll probably be like a second level one of
It
your
is second level.
spots.
Yeah, I was wondering, do you think we need that right now? Do you think a smaller spell? I don't know how powerful these guys are. How much I should help, because I do have the Ray of Frost, which might be a good first spell, especially if we have help.
That's true. I will say, especially because you're going to rely a lot on your spells, it'll give you a good gauge of your what to expect from your power and how it affects, like, for example, these guards and things, just how much it punches. Whether it is Ray of Frost or Shatter or something like that, I think can help illustrate how it'll...
Right. If I do Ray of Frost,
How much
is that going to hit my buddy Chacho, though? Or is he
No, it looks like Chacho's
on our side?
been just strolling along, been walking on, not a care in the world behind him.
All right, he's like, I don't want to...
Fully out of the way.
The very
Turn around and be
beautiful,
like-
very vibrant, very colorful candy skull skeleton walking with this group has fiddle-dee-dee down the path away from thee.
Okay, I'm going to start with the Ray of Frost, just to see.
All right, you
Heck
step
yeah.
up to the plate. Who are you gonna fire your Ray of Frost at?
Benny and the two, and all those guys, there's 3 of them, isn't there? Or is there 4 of them?
Well, Benny's down, so I think only 3.
Okay, the other 3 then. Yeah, what's his name again? Acuin? Or what was his? There was
No,
two
the
guys-
Aarakocra.
Aarakocra. Yes, it's a type
is
of
the bird
creature. It's a
race.
bird person.
Okay, I'm going to go the Aarakocra and the 2 guards.
With Ray of Frost as a cantrip, you can only hit one at a time, so you have to
Oh.
pick a target.
Yeah, Shatter is the one that's the area of effect.
Yep.
Shatter, shatter,
I'll go
shatter,
for
shatter.
Shatter. I'll go for Shatter then.
All right. So ordinarily, when you do Shatter, you draw a tool that's 10 foot, a 10-foot sphere, and then everyone inside of that sphere is affected. Do you like the one that I've drawn for you? Sorry, let me put it over yonder. And do you like that one that doesn't include Benny the Basher, or would you like to include Benny the Basher?
So there's... Oh, I see. I can hit 3 or 4, is what you're saying?
You can hit all 4 of them.
I don't know
Welcome to
about
the
Benny.
glory of being a wizard.
We
But-
could, if you don't want to like kill Benny, yeah, you could back it up a little bit, get him out of there. Only hit the
let's
guards.
do the 3 and hit them. Will they be hit more powerfully because of that? Like,
No,
is it
no,
it'll
no,
be the
no.
same power.
Oh. Yeah, I don't want to kill Benny, though. The Dryads can do that if they want. Okay, I'll
All
do
right. Then
Isn't
as
Benny
you,
already dead?
As you build Shatter, a crescendo of sound rushes from your hands over to them. This evocative burst of sound just sort of boosh and crashes onto their ears. I need you to roll me your 3d8. If you look down to Shatter, you can see the effect there. Click that 3d8. It'll roll inside of the game. I'm gonna make my saving throws. We've got two 21s and 1 critical failure. So as your 16 sound explodes into their face, you watch as the armor crumples for these 2 knights, but they withstand the force. The Aarakocra, on the other hand, is just mangled as the thunderous boom explodes into his face. You can see the blood begins to drain down of his body, and his head explodes off of him. He was not prepared for this. He immediately dies. As it blows up like a pumpkin.
I hope that... Are the Dryads going to be mad at me for that? I hope not.
The knights turn to you, and they say, "He did it! He did shoot the arrow!" And they all become enemies. And as they become enemies, you can see that their base color changes to red. The Dryads seem to like this, and their base color will change to green. So you will now know, team, whenever you're inside of the adventure, when you're looking at a blue base, that means your player characters, your allies. Red means enemy, green means ally, and yellow means quest, objective, NPC. That's the person in the game with the exclamation mark over their head that says, hey, I'm important. Now, if you're colorblind, like so many of my friend group is, you're fucked. I'm sorry. The best I can say is that if you got that brown yellow coloration issue, then the red becomes brown, and that means that it's flaming shit. Your enemies are just flaming hot shit. So if they're poop or they're fire, that's the one you kill. What else would you like to do with your turn? That was your action, but you've still got your bonus action, your reaction, and your movement.
Okay, so I gotta go back to actions and then look at my bonus action, right?
What a good first one.
My bonus action is 2-weapon fighting. I don't have 2 weapons. I don't even know what that means. And I have Misty Step, but I'm already far enough away. I don't need Misty Step.
You probably don't.
Reaction, I can do opportunity attack, or I can use shield to save us. But I don't know if we're in that much danger, so I guess I should go for... What says opportunity attack? Can I use my longbow on that, or no?
Your opportunity attack is useful whenever somebody is within 5 feet of you. You have a melee weapon out, and when they try to leave your range, you can slash at them with a sword. It's not for ranged weapons unless you have a specific feat that allows you to do so.
Okay, so I don't look like I have very much in my bonus actions or reactions here. I have 2-weapon fighting, or Misty Step, and I have opportunity attack or shield. So I can do a shield, but I don't feel like those guys are going to be able to do much damage from far away. Right? I can do
Yeah,
other.
I think we're pretty good. Yeah, you don't always have to use all of your actions.
Okay. Yeah, I think I'll let my turn go to the next person.
Very well, you end your turn, and we go on to the Dryads. The Dryads, first and foremost, are going to cast the Entangle spell beneath the feet of the Knights. And as they do so, the Knights succeed on their saving throw. The entangling growth doesn't seem to do anything. However, it does make it harsh terrain, hard to move across that area. The second Dryad, from where she's at, gets another big, long sliver, a spike from the tree, and is going to launch it at terminal velocity over at the Knight that's on the ground. When she does so, she does hit. Another one slams into the back of the Knight's skull, and we go to Scorchmaple.
No hesitation. I'm going to use my bonus action for Hail of Thorns.
Oh my, Hail of Thorns. The poor Knights.
And
Very
I'm
well.
going to loose an arrow at the Knight furthest from the Dryads.
Very well. You do so. You enchant your weapon and immediately begin to let loose. Go ahead and make the attack roll.
Whew! That was real close to a nat 1 on here. That is a 19.
Oh, a 19 will barely breach the armor class of these Knights. They're a tanky bunch. They got pretty solid armor, but you can hit them. Go ahead and roll damage, and the people, you said the furthest back one, right?
Yes.
Okay, the only person within 5 feet of him for Hail of Thorns would happen to be Benny the Basher, who does fail his dexterity saving throw. You may roll damage against Benny as well.
I'm also using my Gathered Swarm to do an additional 1d6 of damage to that knight with my little twig.
Pull out all the stops.
All the stops. Let's roll for damage. That is 5 from the bow. Then... Wait, where are you, Hail of Thorns? 5 from the bow.
And tell
1.
us, what is your gathering swarm look like?
They are a bunch of little tiny twig blights. Think like stick bugs. They're
little pretty
stick bugs.
pretty trees, little tiny fairy-like things, almost like a wooden Tinkerbell. That's so nice. That's so gentle. I love how they fly into his face and try and tear his eyes out of his sockets.
13 piercing damage overall.
Wonderful. You deal 13 piercing damage as you blast into this knight, making him think twice about coming out into the woodlands as he now believes the Aarakocra. What else would you like to do? You can see he's got these little tiny wooden bug-like things swarming about his skull, but he's still alive.
That will be it. That will be it for me.
All right, the Aarakocra's dead, so we don't take no turns. But Chacho, we go to you. Bones O'Candy. You are pretty far away from the fight, you barbarian, you barbarous one. And you are probably equally as close to the fairies as you are to the knights. I can't hear you. I think your mic may have died again. Chacho, no!
Muchacho.
Discord sometimes will change the settings mid using it for some reason.
Chancho, sometimes when you're a man, Discord decides to fuck you. Just for fun.
Just for fun.
Can he always like DM us and tell us what he wants to do and what he gets and all that stuff?
I mean, it would really, we kind of need everyone to be in voice so we can, hear and talk, and I won't be able to see the Discord messages, that's for sure.
The other part is also if we want to like interrupt, is there a way to do that? I mean, just without jumping.
Absolutely, I am interrupt friendly as a dungeon master. Try not to talk over people, but like if something's going on and you don't want to get left out, by all means interrupt.
I had a question. Like,
please.
Could I have shot my bow and then did my spell like Josh did?
So you are limited by your action economy, and shooting your bow and your spell are both actions. But Josh has this fantastic ability, this little spell that he's got as a bonus action, so he can cast the spell and then shoot. And that's the fun of being ranger.
Nice. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
But
don't worry, as
a lot
a
of other
wizard,
things going for it.
And as a wizard, later on in life, you're going to have this super crazy, awesome Omega abilities that are just incredibly powerful. Although, to be fair, your Shatter did, if we're keeping track, you did 16 damage to 3 people. So, that's 48 damage.
I'm pretty sure I got it in words, maybe.
Wait, hold on.
A lot more than me.
My math is off.
Loosen them up a little bit for y'all.
Yeah, I can hear you, Chacho.
It says it's working.
No, your math was right. You said 48?
Was my math correct? All right. Thank you. Thanks for reassuring me.
Can you not hear me still?
We can.
Oh, yes.
You hear
now
you?
we
Yes,
can.
I hear you. Yeah.
Just fine, man. Just fine. A little bit muffled, but
You
you're
can't hear
good.
me?
Your video's now frozen for me, though.
Yeah, your video is now frozen. Oh, now it's gone. Now
All
it's
right, there we
back.
go.
Hey, perfect.
I was solving a problem with my sheet that was only pulling up because we just had to start in a different campaign yesterday to get it to do the reborn thing.
Right.
So I got my sheet up running on a different device. So can I go, or is it?
Absolutely, it's your turn.
Colorful
All right,
one, where does your allegiance lie?
How far can I move?
You typically speaking have a movement speed of 30 feet.
30 feet.
That's right.
So I guess the Dryads are it. Guys, are we keeping with the Dryads, or should I just start stabbing them? Stab them? Don't kill them?
You can do whatever you like, but feel free to talk with your team and figure out what
Yeah,
would be
I
the
think-
best case scenario.
Yeah, take them out. The Dryads like it when we attack them. We want to get on their side so they can help us through the forest.
Well, I thought it was like
Nope. The knights.
Scorchmaple.
Knights,
Not
like
on
the
the
Dryad.
forest.
I can't reach the knights. I only have a sword.
Guys, I'll take care of that. Okay. So I like beheading people and just like hanging up heads off trees. Okay?
Can I use a dash?
But leave the Dryads alone. Like, they're our buddies. They're going to help us through the forest.
You
Yeah, can I
absolutely
dash?
can.
You
You
know
can
that?
dash. It is an action. It gives you, you add your movement speed again to whatever you currently have for your movement speed. So I would give you 60. Just means you wouldn't be able to attack this turn.
Okay, but I only have 5 life. I'll do it anyway.
Oh yeah.
All right, you sprint up to the knights as you use your action to dash directly behind them, and the dryads and everyone watches as your bony body just sort of clatters, going click, 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 click.
Can I use my bonus action at this point?
You can use any bonus action you have. Yep,
I have rage.
that's right.
Can I rage out even though I'm not allowed to attack? I can rage and attack now?
You certainly can.
Then I'm raging, baby.
Very well, then you rage as a barbarian. What does it sound like when your skeletal Witherfang body rages?
He rages hard. Yeah, it says he rages for 1 minute, and I gain advantage on strength checks and saving throws, +2 to melee damage of strength weapons, resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, slashing damage. You can't cast or concentrate spells while raging. Your rage ends early if you're not unconscious. So I'm gonna rage out. That means I gotta swing my weapons, right?
Is that a cat?
So
is that a cat behind you?
Which one do I use to swing? I use my great sword.
So unfortunately, you can't make an attack this turn because you already used your action to dash.
Even with the rage?
That's right.
Not an opportunity attack?
Nope, only if they move away from you.
Okay, but I'm raging, so I got protection from all that other stuff?
That's right. You'll take half damage from bludgeoning, slashing, piercing. Unless it's magical bludgeoning, slashing, piercing. Then you'll still take it.
Ooh, well, it says that it rage for up to 1 minute. It says 10 rounds. I don't know what that means.
Every time that every single combatant in combat takes a turn, that's considered 1 round.
Oh, so you're good.
Okay.
Yeah, so you're good for the next 10 turns.
So if I use my knowledge for the past life, do I get back the ability to attack and do stuff?
Unfortunately, you would not be able to do that this turn.
Okay. Just trying to figure it out.
Yeah, no, you're good.
I guess I am.
Only way to figure it out is to ask the questions.
Then I guess I am passing because all my things are giant attack things. So hopefully 5 hit points last, guys.
All right.
Enjoy.
You end your turn as we go to the little tiny ferry off into the distance. The little fairy looks over to everybody else, sees sort of this perilous, like, new humanoids have arrived, and it is going to take its hands. It's gonna sort of like wiggle a little bit of fairy dust, and you see this small shield cloaks around the 2 dryads. Seems to be this sparkling little wall. You're not sure what it does, but it does seem to give them, protect them in some way, shape, or form. Maybe it gives them advantage against any spellcraft sort of stuff that you might have, and maybe it'll block your attacks. Who knows? You've never seen this before. Unless, of course, you want to make a history check to see if you have seen this before. I will say,
I got history check going on.
You can, by all means, anyone can roll a history check if they'd like to know what's going on. Otherwise, Kaz, we go to you.
Oh, Kaz's history?
No, I'm just letting him take his turn.
Well, I mean, I didn't really want to initiate this fight, but you know, since
you're here now,
it's game on now, huh? Well, I guess I'm going to take some heads. Now, how far away am I from the knights?
You appear to currently be 30 feet away from the knights. However, you are up a 10-foot cliff, and to jump down the 10-foot cliff, you will take 1d6 bludgeoning damage per every 10 feet you fall.
I'm 10 feet up. Well, I mean, I'm definitely not climbing down, am I?
You could climb, but if you climbed down, you would, climbing speed is different from your normal speed. So anytime you try to do a speed motion that you don't have, such as swimming or climbing, it is as though it's difficult terrain for you. So instead of, for every 5 feet of movement you spend to move, it is instead 10 feet of movement. It'd be doubled. which means that you wouldn't be able to get up to them. So you'll have to weigh the risk reward. Do you want to take that 1d6 bludgeoning so that you can slash into those knights, or are you going to play it safe and just kind of wait it out?
You know, these guys are having a lot of fun tearing up people. You know, I'm gonna let it. You know, they start. I mean, I'll let you guys vote on this. I'll take the damage, go down there and take some heads. If you guys are having fun playing around and make them suffer, you know, I'm not really into that. But little torture is always fun. It's fun to watch from the from way back. So I can just like
preemptive heal here. I'm at 5 HP. I'm next to these 2 knights, so.
Now, another option you have at your disposal is you can do something called preparing an action, which is where you declare, for example, if Chacho takes damage, I will cast Healing Word. And that means you don't do anything on your turn, but if those conditions are met, you instantly do the thing that you said you were going to do.
Okay, so that's me. You're talking to me right now, right?
Yep.
Yeah, so I'm going to prepare to do Chacho good. Chacho, you guys do what you want to do. I'll get ready to prepare to do a healing. What is it? What is the spell that I have? It's healing. Yeah, go ahead, guys. Get roughed up. I'll take care of it.
I was not thinking too clearly when I walked right up to these guys.
I'm sorry. What did you say?
Did you say you'd like to prepare a healing word? What do you want to prepare?
You guys. Okay, so I have in my character profile on the spells, right?
Yep.
Okay, so they're about to get very, very damaged, aren't they?
Who knows? Maybe.
So I got cure wounds. I got that. I'm just going through the list here. Cure wounds, and then I have goodness sakes, prayer of healing, and it goes up to 30 feet. And yeah, okay. In order to cure wounds. Sorry?
The Prayer of Healing, I think, takes about 10 minutes to cast.
That's right.
Does that give us enough time? No.
Nope. Every round of combat, every turn is 6 seconds. All of this is happening within 6 seconds.
Okay, I'm gonna have to. Can I call a friend?
Yes, you can phone a friend.
Phone a friend. Yes. Scorchmaple. What do you think I should do? I need your help.
These brutes will not give you the same mercy that you are allowing them. Take them out.
Guys, so I guess I'm gonna have to jump off, don't I? I mean, I can take a lot of hits, so I'm jumping off. I mean, I do actually have a rope and pitons, but I don't think it really called for that. So I'm gonna take a jump.
You leap off the cliff, and as you do so, you take 1d6 of bludgeoning damage from the fall. But you've suffered worse. It's only close to max damage. You take 5 bludgeoning. You sprint up to the knight. He sees you coming. He's slightly blinded and dazed, but he's ready to tussle with you and slash swords. What are you gonna do?
I'm taking out that long sword, and I'm just taking his head off right now.
All right, you go for it.
All right, lead by. I guess you guys led by example. It's my turn now. Let's finish him off.
And now
Yeah,
on
you
your
gotta
character
get on
sheet,
with it.
you'll see that you've got a couple different options next to longsword. You're gonna click the +2, which is your to hit.
Okay, so I go into actions. Okay.
Yep.
And then a longsword. I got +2.
Yep.
Hit right.
Yep.
All right,
Hit.
and then I
Click
got
that one.
Okay, here we go.
You're trying to beat their armor class. Now their armor class is 18. I, as the dungeon master, normally don't tell you these things, but since it's at 18 and you rolled an 8, that does not meet it or beat it, and so thus
Ding.
you swing with your sword. He blocks with his shield. There's a clashing ka-ting sound that's made, and you have not succeeded on hitting him. What else would you like to do?
Okay, what I can do is I can always headbutt him. Or I can take another swipe. What do you guys think? Come on, I need some help here.
18's pretty high, man.
What are your other actions? Yeah, what do you have there in terms of bonus actions?
Bonus actions. Let's see here. Bonus. I got actions. Okay, actions.
He's got every cleric's favorite low-level ability.
What is that? What? Help me out here.
It's spiritual bullshit. It's called spiritual weapon.
Well, help me out
Pretty
here.
good.
Well, it's a spiritual weapon. Okay,
Some kind of magic that you can get through their armor without, you don't need any armor.
No, I'm having trouble here. I'm trying to look at where I'm. Do I have to go to spells or anything like that?
If you go to actions and under the actions tab, you'll see bonus action next to attack and action. That'll show you what you can do with your bonus action. And so the options you have at your disposal are 2-weapon fighting, which you can't do because you don't have a light melee weapon. You have a shield, and then you have spiritual weapon. Those are your 2 options. Or your 3rd option is to not do anything and just wait for the next turn. Spiritual weapon is a 2nd level spell. So if you cast it, you'll burn that 2nd level spell slot.
I don't think we're gonna get a lot more action after this. How many more people we have in the field?
You got the 2 knights, and technically Benny the Basher is still.
Benny's they're all messed up. Aren't
Making
they?
those death saves.
I'm sorry. What should I do? I was gonna say use a spiritual weapon, or I could actually take out my dagger and just well, he's wearing armor, right?
I think spiritual weapon, just to let you see what that's all about.
Let's do it.
All right, spiritual bullshit. Now, what this spell allows you to do is it allows you to conjure up a spectral weapon anywhere you'd like within 60 feet. And then you can every turn with your bonus action, you can have this weapon fly out and attack something within 20 feet of it. It can't be killed, it doesn't take damage, it lasts for a full minute, it's not a concentration spell, so there's no way to get rid of it other than Dispel Magic, which almost nobody has, which means it has almost no counters. That's why we call it spiritual bullshit. So, by all means, where would you like that weapon to come down, get summoned?
What do you mean, on the knights? The knight that I'm right in front of?
You get to call this big old radiant hammer anywhere you want. And you get to thwack someone with it.
I just get one person? I can't just do the group with them? Just go down the card line? All right.
Unfortunately, that is for wizards. Only wizards get to have such fun.
No domino effect. All right, okay, I guess I'm going to take that out. I'm going to schwack them.
All right, you can go ahead and next to spiritual weapon, you'll see you've got a hit marker, just like your longsword. Click that.
Okay.
Now a 13 still does not beat 18 armor class, so the spiritual weapon flashes into existence. Oh, and it rains down the big mighty mallet and squishes into the grass and adjacent to the guy. He sort of nimbly dodges away. And unfortunately, your weapon does not breach. What else would you like to do?
I'd like to turn to my team members and say, guys, I'm kind of screwed right now.
Can you still preemptively heal
Are
me
you
from
even
dying?
trying?
Oh, I need that help. Yeah, what should I do? Okay, I guess I gotta take out the longsword again, but I don't know what to do with it. I mean, if I do another roll on it, would it have even more?
Well,
I got 18 armor class, right? So
since you already used your action and your bonus action and all of your movement, you pretty much don't have anything left to fight with. So I think now's the end of your turn, unless you want to use your free action to throw a vine at someone, rustle in the grass.
give him the finger. All right, that's about all.
Right. You can give him the finger.
All right, I'll just give the double finger up. Say, well, that's you guys.
All right, we go to the knights then. The first one is going to turn around to our good old barbarous friend here. And you bet yourself, Mr. 5 HP, he's coming for you. He takes out a potion, pops it off, and then he immediately swigs it. And as he swigs down the action, you are with his bonus action, you see his blade sort of spins faster than before. He seems a little bit lighter on his feet, and he's gonna swing for your head.
I'm still raging.
You are still raging, that is correct. He's got a 24 to breach your armor class.
My armor class is 13.
Which 24 is greater than, which means that he's gonna swipe you with a sword. And as he swipes you with the sword...
I have an A. What's an A on death saves?
Come again? Oh, that means that you get advantage anytime you're dying. We're actually going to get to that really quick here. You're going to find out what that's like in just a moment. As the guy swings his longsword, he does 11 damage to you with a big, mighty upstroke like an uppercut as he cleaves into your skull and your head, because you have raging, which means you have the damage. So half of 11 is 5, and your HP total is 5. So as he knocks your block right off your head, everyone watches as your head goes rolling off through the grass, and you are down.
I'm down.
How about this undead stuff? We're not at that level yet.
The knight turns around to everyone who's watching and says, "There! I did it, you see? Me! I defeated the undead. Now let me take them back to town. I didn't see anything here. None of this is my concern. And we're all friends. Alright, it was that bird guy who said you were bad. I didn't." And
I'm pissed. Who else is pissed right now?
the knight is going to grab his body and he's going to drag him over to this tree. He's going to take the undead back to the city. We go to the other knight. The other knight looks to you, Kaz, and says, "Hey, can we talk about this?"
Listen, so you just took out my little friend there, didn't you?
No, my friend took out your friend.
Well, I think we got.
But you and me, all that's happened is you tried to hit me, you failed. You tried to hit me again with magic, and that failed. So I'm just saying we could do this all day. You could swing at me and you can keep failing, or better yet, you can dispel that thing behind me and let me go walk away. Now I can go back to the town and we can forget all about what Benny the Butthead did to you and your friends and your precious trees.
You're talking about taking Benny away. You're not talking about. I thought you were taking Chacho away.
Oh, my friend's doing something with your undead. Yeah, that's
okay.
But it's not your undead. Hold on. That's us. We brought him here. He wasn't yours.
No,
you don't have ownership over the dead.
You know what?
Necromancer?
What's a necromancer? I'm not a necromancer. I've never even heard of it before, guys. I came from Nonamia. I'm not going to tell you my story, but never heard of it. Nah, never heard of it. But I'll tell you what. So why all of a sudden do you want to be? Why do you want peace all of a sudden? What's up with that? I mean, you guys have the upper hand. What's going on here?
Don't make any peace.
All right, you made a pretty good point. We have the upper hand.
This is something else you want. You want bragging, right?
He takes off the potion. He chugs it down. He gets moving his blade really quick, and he's like, "You got a good point. I have the edge. I am gonna win."
Hold on. Ask a stupid question, get a stupid reaction. Is that how it works? Hold on a minute, pal. Well, hold on a minute. Whoa. Okay,
he relaxes slightly from his backswing.
We need the Dryads to help out here. What's going on with those Dryads?
You had a great point, my friend.
Haven't got back to their turns yet.
Imagine going to town and showing off your Benny the Bash. You bring in me, it's not going to look too good. They're going to be like, where did he come from? They're going to start asking you questions.
Right, yeah, so you and me, right, what we're gonna do is we're gonna take down those tree things and then hightail it back to SPC. What do you think about that? Sounds like a mighty better deal than you and me fighting it out, huh? Look at those guys. They're just made of bark and wood. We have slashing implements that are made for this, for ripping and tearing into those trees. There'll be nothing if we team up. Rip them to shreds.
I wish it was my turn.
I'm sorry. I was going to say, we can bring out the brewing kit and have a couple of beers together and celebrate the death of Benny the Basher. What do you guys think about that? We all get around, make a little fire, get drunk.
That's a great idea, but those tree things are attacking me. So
we'll talk about those later. Let's get some. We just killed somebody. Don't you want to have a few drinks over it? Go ahead.
Yeah, kinda.
Yeah, I mean, come on, man. It's getting late in the afternoon. I mean, it's like.
If you would like, you may use your reaction to attempt a persuasion check.
Okay, I mean, I think I'm okay. I think it's someone else's turn. Actually, I think I'm just kind of bleeding over into his turn.
You may use. Yeah, it's his turn. But I'm
It's his
saying
turn,
that
he can attack you.
you have unlocked the ability to use your reaction to make a persuasion check to try and make nice with this guy. You don't have to, but you can.
He wanted to make nice.
DM is
with me.
offering you a little extra bonus.
That's right.
Oh, okay. Okay, lesson learned on that one. When someone says something, take it. Go ahead, take your buddy to town. Now I want to take trees with him. All right. So what I'm gonna do persuasion.
Yes.
Okay, where is it? Sorry. Yeah.
Now,
He's not
ordinarily,
acting
when
like-
you're fighting, this is at disadvantage. However, I will put it at a normal roll for you. Because this guy and you have seemed to get along.
I just want to have a few beers with him, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
What do you say?
You're speaking his language. You want to kill someone and then celebrate? He thinks that's great.
Yeah, we'll talk about the trees when we're drinking, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Meanwhile, can I put something in parentheses that only my teammates can hear?
Yes.
I have a poison making kit, so just want to let you guys know that. Daggers, poison making. We can roll these guys when they're drunk. But yeah, I'll tell you what. Let's try to persuasion.
Go for it.
So what do I do? So I had
Roll
I hit
persuasion.
so I
You're
did
gonna-
+1.
Go for
I
it.
got the. So I'm just gonna do it. Okay, here we go.
A 10. You say kind words to this man, and he goes, tell you what, I like you. I want to get drunk after we're done killing these trees too.
Listen.
Together, destroy the trees! And he is going to turn over to the Dryads. He is going to rush forward, and then he is going to
Nice trick.
chuck a weapon at them. Try and spear them.
I just wanted a personal message to Scorchmaple. I'm really sorry about that.
That was a trick, man. We know you were just tricking him. You're not gonna fight the Dryads, are you? You just wanted him to go attack.
I just doubted him for a moment then, and see now look what I got us into. I'm sorry, guys. I'm a little bit stupid. All right.
No, I think he did the right thing. Now he's attacking the Dryads. Now we can take him out. He's not gonna kill you. It's all good.
He chucks the javelin, and as it impacts into the Dryad's face, it deals 13 piercing damage. Seems to be even more dangerous than his longsword. The Dryad has it sticking out of its chest, the bark and the wood cracked around the edges of it. And we go to Benny the Basher. And Benny the Basher grabs at the bottom of your legs and says,
Help me! I just wanted wood! I don't deserve this.
and he's gonna try and get to his feet. Do you want to help assist him to his feet?
You
Do
asking
it.
me?
The Dryads are after him, man.
Benny, you weren't doing anyone any favors when you came on the scene. So,
Come
Right,
on! Can't you just spare a hand?
can I
I'm
just
on the
stop?
floor here.
I think
I got dirt all over my fancy tabard.
It sounds like everyone's got it out for you, Benny. If I save you, then they're gonna have it out for me. It doesn't look like it's in the cards for you, my friend.
Benny will
Feeling
remain
good.
on the ground, bleeding out. Would you now,
Like-
team? This is a quest-relevant NPC, or this is, you know who this is. Would you like me to make his death saving throws public or private?
Public.
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 And why?
Yeah,
do
keep
I
them
get
public.
Death saving throws or no? That's not a thing.
Come again?
Did I get death saving throws or no?
Oh, you
You'll
do.
get that
We're
on-
gonna get back to you in
Generate
just a
that,
second.
yeah.
Now, Benny does have one fail because he got shot by the Dryad. Now he needs to get a 10 or higher in order to not die and bleed out. He
Oh,
gets
he's
an
dead.
8, but Benny the Basher has a +2 to his con, which gets him to 10, so he's got one fail, one success. We go back to Alacuin the Altruistic as we go back to the top of initiative. And that,
All
my
right, well-
friends, is one round of combat.
1 minute.
That was 6 seconds.
Okay, so I got actions here. I'm gonna go. I think all I can do here is Because you said I can't do both the longbow.
That's right. You've got to choose, you ooze man.
I'm
Look
trying
at
to figure out
your
which one.
beautiful oozy locks.
Like, is the longbow stronger than the Ray of Frost? It looks like it might be.
They're both 1d8. Ray of Frost is 1d8 cold, and your bow is 1d8 piercing.
But they have that crazy armor. Well, is my spell gonna be better than like? Does the armor protect against magic spells?
It will protect against any incoming ranged attacks. So your Ray of Frost is a +4 to hit, so it has a better chance of hitting. But your longbow gets a +2 from your dexterity modifier, so it'll do slightly more damage. Alternatively, you could just say, to hell with all that noise, I'm gonna cast my own, and you can do another shatter.
Oh,
Oh.
but I can't fit both those guys in there now, can I? Because they're both far away from each other. They're not within a 10.
That's right. You don't get any big juicy shatters anymore because your dungeon master knew what you were gonna do.
Smart. Okay.
That's right.
But I could still. I don't think I have
Now,
allowed to do.
theoretically, let me just one suggestion, if I may. In order to do maximum damage possible, you could cast Shatter on these woodland creatures, and you could hit all 3 of the woodland creatures.
I want the woodland creatures. I think we gotta go into that forest. I want them on my side. I'm not getting on the wrong side of them. Plus, my buddy's a woodland creature.
That's true, but who cares about him anyway? He's. You are also a woodland creature.
Oh yeah, I'm one too. So there you go. I'm just thinking. So if I use Shatter, that is a stronger attack still, though, right?
It is. Yep. It just means that you would burn your last 2nd level slot for the day, and you wouldn't be able to cast Shatter again until you take a long rest, which is 8 hours of uninterrupted, non-laborious activity.
These guys are too tough. I gotta go for it. Like, but I can't hit both of them. I can only hit the one. I'm gonna try to hit the one that's killing Dryads right now. I think.
Go for it.
Yeah,
Roll your Shatter damage as I make my Constitution saving throw.
Because the other one's behind the tree, anyways. I don't think I could get him, could I? Or could I?
Only if
further
you
away.
moved to go see him.
Yeah, let's just do this then. I'm gonna hit this guy.
All right.
Okay.
Now, something I didn't teach you about last time because they rolled above 20, but for your Shatter spell, you have a difficulty class that is right next to it, and it'll say Con 12. Do you see what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
That means that they have to succeed on a Constitution saving throw of 12 or higher in order to take half damage from your spell or whatever the other side effects are. Now, they happen to have advantage on their Constitution saving throws right now due to the potion they drank, which means that they rolled a 4, but with advantage, they get to roll twice and take the higher of the 2 totals. And with the second one, they got a 12. So since they beat it, they only take half damage from your spell attack. And your Shatter was, wow, whopping 15. You're a damn good wizard. Wow, these are high rolls. That 15 damage becomes 7. We always round down in D&D 5e. And so another Sunrise boosh ignites. And he takes 7 thunder damage, but he is still alive and kicking. What else would you like to do?
Now I gotta think about what my next moves are. Actions. I don't really have much I can do in bonus actions right now. I got the Misty Step, but that means I can't do a 2nd level spell though, right?
That's right. You're out of shatters for the rest of the day. So hopefully the DM hasn't planned a really big, scary monster for you to fight.
Yeah, he'd never do that.
I'd never make you burn your best stuff and then throw the hard combat at you.
Never.
I should have used the Ray of
We
Frost.
do that on our own.
Kind
Yeah, I
of
should
true.
use the Ray of Frost. Okay. I do have a shield here. It's the 1st level. Because my buddy Kaz and my buddy Chacho, they're not close enough to each other, are they? How close are they?
Very far away.
I'm too far.
That's right. Chacho is getting dragged away. He is 30 feet away from Kaz. and even further 60 feet away from you.
Oh, it only works when it only works on me, the shield, anyways, right?
That's right, it's self.
Oh.
Self only. The way shield works, it's a reaction. What you do is when you're about to take damage, you, like somebody breaches your armor class, you can add 5 to your armor class and potentially take no damage.
But I can't do my conjuring or something, like my conjuring. Is that that's an extra thing I can do? Can I do that as an action, like a bonus action?
Your conjuration is an action, but unfortunately, you've already used your action to cast Shatter.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. If it was a reaction or not. Yeah, I don't see anything I can do here for bonus actions or Misty or 2 for reaction. Yeah, no, I don't have anything else I can do, guys. Sorry.
All right. We go back to the Dryads, and the Dryads from their position are going to move forward towards the Knights, and they are immediately going to try slashing and killing said Knights, because why wouldn't they? Their first attack as they go around to hit the thing is going to be a 9, which whiffs. You watch as they take their wooden arms and try and slam them into the armor as these like piercing blades, but the wood, both attacks, both Dryads, doesn't seem to be able to pierce the very thick armored hide that these knights have, or the armored bodies. So they ultimately end up flailing harmlessly against them. Scorchmaple, your allies are in peril. They don't seem to be able to handle the knight's armor. What will I do?
Well, oh, that's where that is. It's like, where the heck did my character sheet go?
Where the damn hell?
All right, you know.
Do we know how much life these knights have left, or we don't, do we?
That's part of the fun of the game. You have no idea. You don't know their armor class, you don't know their hit points. All you know is that they've, whatever I scripted. You know they've got swords, you know they've got armor.
Yeah, they're pretty tough.
That's right. They're here to kill assassins. They have to be strong
And
for that kind of work.
24 hit points.
All right, I'm going to use. How's he looking? How's he looking, DM? Can I tell through the armor how he's looking on his face?
As you look over towards the knight who's standing there in front of the Dryads, and you can clearly tell that his armor is sufficiently battered that he's obviously seen some pretty harsh combat. You can tell that he's bleeding from a few areas, that's sort of like this red trails coming down underneath his armor from where the shatter has clearly impacted the armor, bending inside and piercing into his flesh. But he doesn't look as though he's very exhausted yet. He looks like he could still keep going quite a while.
Okay.
Now that, friends, is how you find out their HP. Still vague, but it gives you an idea.
I'm going to cast Zephyr Strike on myself.
Oh, you're gonna get the zoomies, huh?
Indeed. And I'm going to give myself advantage on a weapon attack roll.
Wow.
So I'm going to roll to hit that man with my bow.
Very well. Go for it.
Da-da-da-da.
Do it. Got this.
Ooh, how's a 16, DM?
A 16, unfortunately, does not beat the armor class of these knights. A burst of wind picks up your body, and as you right midair align the shot, you think it's gonna work out, but unfortunately, it clangs harmlessly off of his helm, and he sort of like shakes himself, points back in the direction of Kaz, and says, "What the hell? We had a deal." What else would you like to do? Scorchmaple.
I don't have a whole lot of other options, but I'm going to climb down. I'm not. I'm gonna stay.
Very well.
This armor's too thick.
We go to the Aarakocra who's dead on the ground. You hear from afar as he goes, dead and
Gross.
dying, the blood leaking out onto the ground. And then we go to a very similar sound from Chacho, the Barbarian, who's being dragged away by the knight. Chacho, you are in what we call death saving throws. The way this works is if you get 3 above 10, then you come back up at 1 HP and you are unconscious for the next hour. If you get 3 fails before you get 3 successes, that's it. Your character dies. Game over. You have to roll a new character entirely. Super bad. Every time somebody hits you or you take damage, that is automatically 1 more fail. So if this knight decides to whack, you're dead. Now it's up to your friends to save you, and hopefully they care about you enough to risk their own lives to get you out of this sticky mess. Now, since you are an undead, you do have advantage, which means you roll the die twice and take the higher of the 2 totals.
Okay. I haven't been very good with the dice lately.
I know.
That was the time.
But there we go. We got 1 over 10. You got 1 success. We'll come back to you next turn. We go over to the fairy. I know, dying on session 1, yikes. Very not good. I know that that's not entertaining. And listen, I'm sorry. What?
I made the decision to roll the dice.
You did. You did.
Okay with
but
it.
I still feel bad. I still feel bad. We go to the fairy.
We're doing a teaching video.
Yeah, there we go.
You are absolutely right. This is
So,
for education.
You decided to roll for HP. How are you feeling?
The fairy doesn't want to get involved with that fight, so instead she's gonna go over to the. She's gonna move 30 feet over to where this guy is trying to retreat. She doesn't like that he's trying to retreat, and she is going to cast this breath weapon that is gonna hit both you and the knight. She spews this fairy dust out in front of her, and I need him to make a dexterity saving throw, and you unfortunately will take 1 more death fail automatically as you take some of the fairy's breath weapon attack.
I'm already dead, so I can't roll anything.
Correct. Now the knight unfortunately does get a 18 on his saving throw, which does beat the breath weapon of the fairy, and so it does nothing. These knights are too good, too strong.
They would have been good on our team. We should have persuaded them to go into the desert. Well, we're learning things.
Cas, we go to you.
I should have just let him walk away with him. You know, I should have just not even questioned it. It's like I've learned some lessons here. Don't try to negotiate with people. Don't try to. All right, so what do I have? I can't use any of my healing. So he's dead. Chacho's dead.
No, he's not dead yet.
And
He's got 1 fail and 1 success.
So I can't use any of my healing. It takes 1 hour, 10 minutes to stir up or something like that.
Prayer of healing does, but cure wounds doesn't. You can walk up and cure wounds people. You have to touch them though.
The thing is, how far away am I?
You are 20 feet away or 30 feet away.
Okay, so I have to use a cure wounds so I can run over and touch Chacho, right?
That's right.
Is that possible? Okay.
You
I'll do
could.
that.
Now, if he comes back up, he'll come back up, but he'll still have 1 death fail if he goes back down. So it progressively gets more and more difficult not to die.
And prayer of healing takes 10 minutes.
Yes. It is something you do after combat.
I'm just not, the thing is I'm not going to be able to defeat these guys right now, from what I have. And we got to save our friend here. So I guess I'm going to have to use the cure wound. Run over there and do the touch cure wound. That's about all I can do.
You run up to your ally, the bag of bones on the ground, or whoever you consider an ally, and you immediately go to cast cure wounds on him. Go ahead and roll healing.
Okay. So I just roll the effect as 2 die 8 and then plus 6, right?
Yep. That's right. Now you also have to subtract health from earlier when you took damage. That 5 bludgeoning when you had fallen down. So in order to do that, if you look at your character sheet, you're gonna see in the top right-hand corner, there's gonna be your health, your hit point max. You're gonna, in between heal and damage, there's a little box. You're gonna type 5 and then click damage, and it'll subtract 5 from your hit pool.
This is me, right?
Yep.
Okay, can you go over that again one more time? Because I'm like, the sheet is just like one big mess to me. So it's like,
yeah,
go over to.
It is a big mess. D&D 5e's got so many vestigial things that don't need to be there. Go up to the top right-hand corner of your screen, and then you're gonna see current and max HP. Do you see that?
Oh yeah, okay, gotcha. Okay, so I'm gonna sorry.
In between heal and damage, you'll have a box right there, and you're gonna click in that box and type 5.
Okay.
And then after that, click damage, and it'll damage you by 5.
It's just like progressively getting worse. All right. Just did it.
All right, now you can cast Cure Wounds with your spell and see what that healing is. Oh, you did. All right.
Yeah. I just got another. I don't have the option again. No.
Oh, you used it at second level. Wow. You got minimum roll too. That's painful. You get 8 points of healing that you slap down into the undead, but luckily for you, he only has 5 hit points anyway. So you heal him right back up to full, and he is no longer down. Well, he is down on the ground, but he is alive.
I've learned a lesson. Don't run at the knights with the armed swords.
The knight turns around and says, "Hey, what are you doing?" I just said I'm going to bring him back.
Oh no! Wait. We haven't. I thought you were going to take back the basher.
You're going to try and kill me again.
We weren't talking about my friend here. You're going to take the basher.
Your friend? I brought him into this woods. He's not your friend. If anything, he's my friend.
Wait, you're talking about you're talking. Wait, do you even know this guy's name?
Yeah, of course I know his name.
What's his name?
Mr. Bones.
Mr. Bones. No, he's my friend, and he came with me. Obviously, you've been drinking before you came into the woods. You've got everything mixed up.
Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Lottie-Daw. And what's his name then, huh?
Oh, his name is Chacho.
And how did you... so what you're saying is
Chacho, I know his last name. His last name is Libre, too, okay? So, let's make sure who knows who, right? Yeah.
Sounds fishy.
Well, you said you're going to take Basher out. You didn't say you're going to take my friend out.
I dragged him out. What did you think that meant?
Oh, I thought you meant the Basher. Oh, okay. Well, I wouldn't have agreed to that anyway. If you just sat down and had a couple of drinks with me, then we could have worked this all out. But you didn't want to do that. So I'm giving you one last chance to sit down and brew up some beer. But if you want to do that, then we're going to have to do something else.
I can't come back to SPC empty-handed, all right? I need to take something back. Now, this isn't undead. It makes the most sense. Why would I drag back a human corpse and say, oh, look, I killed a person? They lock me in the stockades, call me crazy for that. But if I come back with a skeleton, well, all's forgiven. Well, maybe there'd be enough for a couple rounds at the pub.
No, can't agree to that. So, what can I do now?
Well, you've used your action, so you have left your bonus action, your reaction.
All right, so my reaction would be, so would that be using the longsword?
That's your action, but you could use the spiritual bullshit.
Okay. All right, so all of a sudden, let's see here, going through my spiritual bullshit.
It can move 20 feet and make an attack if someone is within 20 feet.
All right. Oh shoot! I thought I had an enhanced ability.
Now you could swing at the fairy.
The fairy? Why would I want to do that? The fairy tried to help me here.
Good answer.
Good answer. I'm testing you.
I'm getting everybody mixed up. But the thing is, I thought I was going to take the Basher back. Right? Chacho, no, that's just not. It's definitely not negotiable. So looks like we got a personal problem. You and I have a personal problem. Knight. I don't know who knighted you, but.
Okay. Guess
So I'm
there's
gonna
one
use
more
spiritual
for the
bullshit.
city then. And he spits.
Well, we could add some beers. Whoa, now it's getting really personal. It's getting really personal now. All right, so help me out, guys. As far as spiritual bullshit, can you define what this bullshit might be?
The spiritual weapon that you have, you can move that 20 feet and make an attack against something if it's within range.
All right, so he's within range, correct?
But you can move away.
Unfortunately, if you move the spiritual weapon, actually, yeah, it is in range. How about that?
60 feet.
Oh, look at that. Look at that.
Oh,
So what do you say when I throw the dice on that, guys?
yeah, do it.
Try and
There you
thwack
go.
him.
Wang.
Got this.
Oh, here. 18 or higher.
Unfortunately, the spiritual bullshit fails you on this day, and the weapon just smashes into the tree, swing and a miss. And as it swings into the tree, the fairy looks over, the little pixie looks over to you.
Sorry.
Eyes begin to
It's
like
twitch.
killed the pixie, and it sided with the knight.
I wish I could speak Pixie. Is that possible?
They
Something
speak. Most tree-born creatures speak a language known as Sylvan.
Oh, goodness sakes. I saw that in there, I think. I'm not quite sure. I can't. Wait, whoa. I got a buddy here who can speak to her, right? Wait, I got two buddies who can speak to her, huh?
Anything else you'd like to do on your turn before you end? We go to the knights.
Sorry.
It's become personal here. It's like I was trying to be reasonable the whole damn time. The kids can't do that.
You just signal to the fairy you're sorry though. Do something like sorry.
Oh, okay. I can signal to the fairy then. I said, what I do is I point to the fairy, then I point to you, and then I point to our tree buddy, all our tree buddies here, and say, yeah, talk to them.
Very well. As you end your turn, we go to the knights. The closest one to you said, I didn't think this was very personal. I don't even know your name. But you're making it personal. So, my name's Gregory. Hello.
Is that me? You're talking to me?
Yeah, I'm talking to you.
You're talking to me? Oh, okay, it's all good.
I'm talking to you.
Oh,
He tries
okay.
to imitate your voice.
Yeah, we're talking the fog of war here, guys. This is the fog of war. Okay, so I'll tell you what. Listen, my name's Casmo, okay? Casmo Volker, and I come from Nomania. Have you ever been there before?
That's what you want on your tombstone? Thanks for letting me know. He swings the blade, and as he swings the blade, he gets a critical success on the swipe, which means he deals 22 slashing damage as he goes to lop your block off, just like he did to the Barbarian.
These people are incorrigible, aren't they? So I got to do a roll on the damage or something like that.
Well, a critical success means it guaranteed hits no matter what your AC is. And 22 damage is more than you have hit points remaining, I think, right?
I got max 24 right now. Current is 19,
What's your
yeah.
current?
Current is 19.
So the 22, he slashes your block, and you go down, right onto the ground, as now it is you who is bleeding out and dying. The knight turns over to look at the undead, and just sort of like wipes the sword and all of its blood off on your white clothing. He brings it back up and says, all right, you and me, we're still going back to the city. Now we're going to take him, Kaz, or what's his name? Kaz Voltigard, Voltigest, Vesper Knight, I don't know.
Volker, at least get my
Yeah,
name right if you're
That guy, I gotta put a tombstone in, that's gonna take a lot of the drinking money out and bring it in your corpse. So, a promise is a promise, though. And old Gregory makes his, he lives by his word. So, just stand right there. Just take a moment. And he gets ready for another swing. But that is the end of his turn. So, you live for another 6 seconds. We go to the other knight.
I get this guy is like mid-swing, like mid-stroke right now, right at me.
No, you're down. You're down on the ground. You're unconscious.
Oh, jeez. Okay, well, I've learned a lesson here. Okay.
Well, the lesson here is that critical hits are dangerous, and they happen.
Don't try to be reasonable with people. This is not going to work. Not in this world.
Well, it can. I mean, you got the one knight on your side, yeah? Yeah?
Wait.
Yeah?
I got one knight who's on my side, but I can't talk right now.
Yeah,
So
no,
somebody
now you're
can-
unconscious.
If somebody can talk some, if somebody can talk some sense into his buddy, that might help a little bit.
But the
Well,
one
his
night
buddy
all the way over
wants
by
to
the
fight
Dryad.
Dryad.
Sorry?
I have one question. Where's the rest of the team, Candace?
Oh god, I can't hear him whatsoever. Can anyone
I'm
hear
on the
him?
hill. I'm up on the
Just-
hill. Me and
He's-
Josh
he's-
are up on the hill.
He said, "Where's the rest of the team?" I'm all by myself, and then we got Chacho down there,
Gotcha.
lying in pieces, and I'm like lying bleeding, bleeding out,
knight-
unconscious.
The knight swings his blade at the Dryads and fails to hit, as he can't breach their armor class. We go to Benny the Basher, who slightly limps towards the Aarakocra. His hand drops in a pool of blood, and he goes,
Oh, they're all dying. Pa's gonna be so upset.
and he fails his death saving throw and moves closer to death. Alacuin the Altruistic, we go to you.
Oh man.
You haven't even taken a single scratch yet. You're
I
doing
know.
great up on the hill.
I'm wondering, like,
Don't worry about your friends. They're just dead. Just write them off as dead.
I can't actually. I don't have any spells of healing. Like I don't
No.
have.
Now another thing you can do, you can walk up to somebody who's dying and you can do a medicine check. And if you get higher than a 10, you stabilize them and they become they get 1 HP and they come back to life in an hour. However, if you fail the check, they get 1 more death fail and move closer to
Oh.
death. Medicine checks.
I think I gotta just try to. I think I'm gonna do this Ray of Frost on the knight who has the most damage so far, which is the one that was fighting the Dryads, right?
Go for it. Make the attack. Try and hit him.
Get him.
I hope this.
Go
works.
for it, man. Do it. That's right. I can't talk.
That is your damage roll. You're gonna have to do the +4 to hit. Click that one.
Oh.
Unfortunately, a 6 does not breach their armor class, and as you throw the Ray of Frost out, he just raises his shield behind his head. The frost ignites on the side of the shield, and he goes, that's not gonna work.
Horrible roll. Yes.
Horrible rolls.
Wow. All right. Okay. And I don't have much else I can do because I can't move. Right? That's an action is moving, or
Nope, movement is separate from action. You can move 30 feet.
question is if I move. I don't want to get too close where they can attack me because I don't have much power. I guess I have shield reaction. I'll go down.
You guys just hide over there, and me and Kaz will just lay here and keep you.
I'll go towards
That'll take him out. That'll teach him.
my buddy
That'll
Kaz there.
teach him.
Whether I had 5 hit points or not, honestly, now I don't think it matters because I mean I got hit for 24, right?
Can I
No.
climb down rather than jump? I don't want to hurt myself.
You can climb down. If you climb down, it takes you 20 feet of movement speed, and then you can move the additional 10 over to here, and you won't
Okay.
take any damage. Or
Alright.
sorry, not 20. Wait, yes, I said that correct. No. You climb down 5, which is 10. You drop, so you'll move 10, and then you can get the other 20 away.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
So I get closer to my dying buddy. Now, how close is that to the knight, though? I don't want to get hurt. He can come
You
back.
don't want to get hurt. You don't want to get hurt.
I'm very weak. I'm a wizard. I'm almost as bad as the barbarian with 5 hit points, I think.
Wait. For everyone at home, I want everyone hear this out. This is the only time this is ever going to happen, all right? So just be vindicated, wizards. Be vindicated by this. Wizard, what is your HP?
I think I have, isn't it 8? Let me just double check now. Where am I here?
You have 8 HP. All right, barbarian.
I have 5.
5. All right, wizards, be vindicated.
Go wizards. We're not the whips you thought we were.
Anything else you'd like to do on your turn?
I don't think there's anything else. Like my bonus actions are all. So I can't touch him and do the medicine thing.
Reach
Is that an
out
actual
and touch faith. That's right. You can't quite do that yet.
Okay.
But
Is
you
that
haven't
gonna
used
be
an action.
Or is that a bonus action?
It is an action.
Okay. All right. I'll wait for next time.
All right. We go to the Dryads, and they pierce and punch into the armor of the knight. One of them succeeds, the other one fails, does a good amount of damage, and as that thorn slides through the chest plate of the armor of the armor of the knight, you watch as the steel bursts backwards out the other side, almost like a gunshot, and you can see that he's clearly bloodied and exhausted at this point. It doesn't look like he's not doing so well. Scorchmaple. We go to you.
To me. All
to
right.
you.
I'm gonna move so that I can see through the branch.
Oh yeah, you want to
Thread the
line up
needle.
that shot? I see it. I see it. You're gonna thread the needle there.
And hit the knight. Skill shot.
Skill shot. Let's see it.
See. Yes. Here we
And
go.
here we go.
An
18.
18.
There we go. That's what we like to see. You barely meet the armor class as you fire through the trees. Roll damage.
All right. That's going to be 8 piercing from that.
Very nice.
And then I guess that does not kill him.
That's right. As you fire the bow, the arrow hits his chest. You watch as it punctures and impacts into him. He the wind is knocked out as he moves backward. He looks over at the undead. We're still raising the sword. He takes the arrow out. And he prepares to swing against the undead, but he is barely standing.
Then I need him to make barely standing.
He is still alive, but he's within death's door.
Oh.
You
All
can
right.
kill him.
I'm gonna meta this, y'all. So, my little stick people, they ride my arrows, and I can either do another 1d6 of damage, or I can have him make a strength saving throw, and then I can move him 15 feet in any direction if he fails.
It sounds
And
like
put him prone.
1 to 6 sounds like death to me.
That's what I'm thinking, if he's on death's door, if he's that close, I could give it a shot.
I'm
Go
not
for it.
rolling, so you gotta.
Let's do it.
Go for it.
Yeah, if you're good with me trying the damage, I'm gonna go for it.
Yeah.
Let's do it. The little stick bugs climb off the arrow onto his hand and then climb into the punctured hole in his armor and deal 2 piercing damage.
Not quite enough to kill him, but as they go and wriggle and infest inside of his armor, he sort of pulls them out and goes, "Ugh, stupid bugs!" He crushes them and sort of throws them onto the ground, stamps on them. Very angry.
Man.
Very angry. What else would you like to do?
That is my turn.
All right, the Aarakocra is continuing to bleed out. Chacho,
Hey,
we go
boom.
to you. You are back in the fight. You've been given a
right,
new
right.
lease
Spike
on
in.
life.
I gotta
But-
just rage out and hit this guy and hope I hit him, right?
Yes, you can if you want. Your rage goes away since you were incapacitated, but you can use your rage, or you can spend it again.
Yeah, I don't think I have a choice. If this thing doesn't die, we're all dead. Or at least
Go
I can't,
for it.
Because can I pick up Gus next turn? Or, Canada's next turn.
You could next turn.
But he's gonna swing this axe at me, and then I won't be able to do anything.
That's right.
All right.
Catch
so,
22. You got to do big damage.
Yeah, first the action. So is that a bonus action? Do I do the first action first?
You do bonus action
Before-
rage to give you the bonus damage, and then you swing with your weapon.
Okay. So that's my second rage. I'm gonna click on there,
Yep.
and then so I'm gonna do an attack with the great sword. It says it's within 5 feet. He's within 5 feet, right?
That's right.
You have to explain this to me. It says hit +4 DC.
So you're gonna roll the
Hit slash
d20 and Tailspire and then add 4. That's what
And
your
then
2 hit
damage
is.
is 2d6 +2.
Right.
So what do I roll here?
You roll the d20 and Tailspire and then add 4. And that's how your number to hit the target. Oh,
There
a
you go.
19!
That'll work.
19 is gonna breach the armor class. You take out the greatsword and give it a mighty cleave.
And the damage is pretty good here, right? D2 6 plus or
So roll
2d6
2d6.
plus 2.
Yep, and add 2.
1d6.
2d6.
2d6.
2d6. You can click d6 twice, then roll. Oh my gosh,
Two.
minimum. You get this, you get the cleave off. You swing back at him, but it gives only a glancing blow as it barely digs into the flesh of his arm. He sort of drops the shield to the side. He huffs, he puffs, but he's still alive. He's still kicking.
How much
Wow.
damage was it? Because it was +2,
4.
right?
Yep.
4. Oh, he rolled a 2?
He rolled a 2, yep.
It's hard, these rolls.
Snake eyes for me.
Whew. Anything else you want to do?
Wait, so it's 4 damage, right?
Wait! You added +2 from your rage, which puts you at 6. But he
Yeah.
has 1 HP left. He is barely still alive. 1
Oh
hit
my
point.
god.
He's
Okay,
barely hanging on for dear life. He's determined.
Just
Anything
on
else
the
you'd like to do?
Can I use my knowledge of past life when I make an ability check that uses a skill or no?
Unfortunately, this is not an ability check. It was an attack roll, so you can't use that.
And no reaction, no opportunity.
Do
Nope.
you have inspiration? Can you use your inspiration?
Nope.
I already used it.
Oh.
I forgot you used that. I need to strike that.
Man, I rolled two ones again.
Hard,
I
man.
know.
This is just
There's a hacker who's
Unbearable.
hacking into this game
I
and
did
really good at it.
6 damage to him with the 2 ones. Alright, well I don't think I can do anything.
I don't think so either.
Right.
Can I like throw my body at the? I can move, right?
Yes, you can move. However, if you leave his range, he will get to make an attack of opportunity, and he will get to try and hit you.
And what is his hit thing?
You don't know.
That's fine. He's gonna hit me anyway.
All right. We're about to find out. He's got a 15 to hit. Does a 15 breach your armor class?
He's got a 15. You rolled a 15.
He did. He rolled a 15.
Yeah, I got a 13.
All right. He swings the blade into your backside and says, "I'll teach you to turn your back on me. I didn't hear no bell. Die again!" Ugh. He swings the blade. It deals 11 slashing damage. You
I'm
take
raging.
5 slashing, which is half of 11, which is your max HP. He lops your head off a second time, and you fall down onto the ground, clattering
That's
about.
unlucky.
So we gotta
That's
save
unlucky.
Kaz so that he can save you.
Yeah, I was
Oh,
thinking that for
man.
a while. I was thinking that for a while, yeah.
We go to the ferry.
I mean, if I would have rolled anything besides 2 ones, we wouldn't be in this situation.
Yeah. Yeah.
The ferry flies up to the guy. It's gonna try to hit him. The ferry misses its attack. Just whoosh, whiffs on by him. We go to Kaz. Kaz, I need another death saving throw.
I can't do anything. I'm unconscious, remember?
Yes, the only thing you get to do while unconscious is a death saving throw.
A death saving throw.
A death saving throw. You got to give me a Constitution saving throw. See if you win.
So I just hit Constitution. That's it.
Yep, under con save. It'll be in the saving throws boxes.
Saving throws. Jesus.
Yep, top left hand side.
Top left hand side. So, Constitution at the top, right?
It'll be.
Saving. Okay. All right. There we go. I
You
gotta
got
get new
it.
glasses first. Well, I got a +2 what modifier on that? Here we go. Ding. Come on.
Are you
A
live?
14 is good. We got one more success. You're closer to coming back into the game. But now we go to the knights.
Oh. Jesus. Why are we up against these guys? I mean, can we get some L's or something?
Guys, we might have new characters in next couple weeks.
Now, the knight has two options. He can either try and kill the fairy and maybe get away, or he can try and kill the undead who's already on the ground and drag him away. What do you think seems more fair?
We ain't letting him drag him.
You gotta kill the undead guy.
Fairy's the last one. The fairy's the most dangerous.
Yeah, you're right.
How was that? How was the fairy? Well, I mean, as far as
You're
strength
dead on
right
the
now,
ground,
it
buddy.
Well, the two of you are lying on the ground.
it's all. I guess it's all.
The other two are mysteriously somewhere on the map I can't see.
So, you've made your point. He'll attack the fairy. I just want you to know that you asked for this. He swings for the fairy with his sword, and he slashes her in two, her body being completely destroyed. Fairy dust sparkles everywhere, and then it explodes. Everyone within 5 feet of the fairy takes four force damage. It knocks the knight down on its ass and kills him, but it also damages Kaz and the skeleton. You both take one more death fail, which means that this is the skeleton's he's made one fail. He's gotten hit once. If he gets one more, that's it. He's dead. His character is over. And we go to Benny the Basher, who's gonna make a saving throw. And this is also Benny the Basher.
But
Benny,
can I?
A moment of silence.
Oh, Benny.
Benny,
No!
Hang your heads. Benny has died. He limps one more hand towards any saving grace, but unable to get it. His final words are,
It was just a stupid treat.
and he dies.
Dryads will be very happy.
Game over for Benny.
Oh, Benny.
We should have done something for him, you know.
I didn't even hit him with my spell. I was nice to him. I could have killed him.
I think the DM is just picking on me for being nice and making wrong decisions and not taking action.
And we go right back into combat. Alacuin the altruistic, it is your move. You are close to your allies, close enough that you could save one of them with your medicine check, but you cannot save both. What will you do?
Isn't
Well,
that
if
guy
I
on the
save-
ground only
if I
got
save
one life left?
If I save Kaz, then Kaz can save Chacho.
Possibly.
Possibly.
It's the best shot, right?
I don't know. It's up to you.
Kaz moves after initiative. So the roll for his final death is going to happen first.
Oh,
Because Kaz
I see. So
Now-
Kaz still has a choice here.
Now,
Kaz has time, though, right?
also keep in mind, if you fail the wisdom saving, the medicine check, you will kill him. It will give him a death fail and he will die. So, you can either risk the medicine check on him before he bleeds out, and it's your fault if he's dead, or you can just wait and see what the con save is and see if he dies. Either way,
Do you have any
What about
healing?
the-
Now would be the time to do healing.
I don't have a healing. That's my problem. I
Doesn't
do.
have- He's a wizard. He deals in death. He doesn't deal in life.
Did I bring any items? No, nothing.
Nope.
Dang.
What do you want,
I
Chacho? How many rolls does Chacho need to do to survive now?
Can you run me through anyone?
Chacho, he has 2 fails and 1 success. Or actually 0 successes.
And he has to get 3 successes?
Yes.
And then how
Yeah,
about
just leave me,
Kaz?
guys.
Kaz has 1
You
fail,
gotta
1
save
success.
Kaz because Kaz can jump me up to 5, maybe. Otherwise, I'm not gonna hit 3 in a row. I can't roll anything but 1s.
But I can save Kaz, and then Kaz could save his life, right?
Yes,
It's
but
possible.
he does. Yeah, he probably will.
Oh, wait,
But
at this
I'm
point
probably
in
gonna
time,
die.
but we can just keep trying.
So if I do this and it fails, he loses a saving throw?
Correct.
But if I get it and it works, he's just saved? Or is it just 1 saving throw?
He's incapacitated for an hour, but he will
But he is
no
saved,
longer
yeah.
die. But he will be saved.
But
Do you
still
have inspiration?
I do have an inspiration, yeah. That can help me.
Yeah, go
And
for
if
it
you
twice.
get a critical success, if you get a nat 20, you come back up into the fight and you're alive. So
Well,
you could
5 HP
theoretically try and crit fish by using your inspiration to try and resurrect Kaz.
Would you call it crit fish? What's that? What?
Crit fish is when you already succeeded, but you can try and roll again just to try and get that critical success.
Oh, I see.
You're fishing for a crit.
Or I can just attack our enemy and let these guys die.
Yeah, you could do that too. You could just attack the enemy and let him die.
Okay, I feel like. So if I save Gus, I can try my inspiration and actually literally save him.
Yeah.
And he'd be ready to fight then.
Yeah, and heal.
And heal. You know what? Let's try it.
That's gonna.
What do you think, Josh? Is that a bad idea?
That'll work.
Go for it, man. I'm gonna have a new character in a couple weeks, so.
Well, we'll see if
I'm
it's safe
resigning
first.
myself to. This is the best first video of all time. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna lose my character.
You're not gonna. We're gonna
Great.
save you. It'll be even better.
Or you'll get saved.
We're saving you, man. We're saving you.
Kaz, I'm gonna try to.
These freaking knights had 400 life on them, 18 armor.
Oh, which begs the question, guys. Like, right? Should I be updating my sheet? Because the thing is, this is current and then max. Because I got way more hit points than I should have right now.
Yeah,
it
subtract
doesn't-
by 22.
Well, so subtract. Okay, let me just take care of the counting here. So I'm gonna subtract by 22, right? Okay, so every time you tell me how many hits I take, then okay, well, all right. So I'm gonna put in 22. I'm gonna put in damage that should make it current, right?
So if Kaz revives, he can heal 5.
So it says failure success.
Yep. Click 1 fail and click 1 success.
Now, how close am I to that other knight? Like, am I far enough away? He's not gonna just come and smash me, or?
You don't know.
Because I'm thinking about the other knight. We need to figure out how we're gonna take him out, right? Because that's another.
He is locked in combat with the Dryads.
Yeah, he's fighting the Dryads. Okay, so
This guy's got 1 hit left. Why don't you shoot something at this guy and just kill him? Let us roll. We'll see if we die. If not, then we'll be all good. But this knight is gonna kill us again if you say you heal.
No,
Gus,
that knight is dead.
Yeah,
the other
That's
knight.
right.
I
there's
thought
a
the
knight-
knight was alive.
Nope, he just
He got 1
died.
hit.
The
That's a
fairy
different knight.
exploded and he died.
Oh, okay, cool.
There's one knight that's still alive who is also low on energy, but takes a lot to get through his armor. Like it's
Yes.
Yeah, and even when you do,
Okay, I'm gonna try to heal Kaz. Let's try to do this. Let's do it.
All right. You walk up to Kaz and you attempt a medicine check.
All right, so I just click the medicine here.
Yep. Now what you do is right-click it. Right-click the button, and then you'll see an advantage pops up, and click advantage.
Okay.
And yeah.
Now roll.
Yep. A 16 is good. Congratulations, you stabilize
Hey.
him. He's at 1 hit point.
Thank
He will
you.
definitely not die, but he is unconscious for an hour. Anything else you'd like to do?
Well, you're saying I could use my inspiration there, right? And then
You could.
heal?
You could if you want to burn your inspo.
I wouldn't do it.
Okay. All right.
Well,
How are you gonna heal the other guy? That's the only problem.
I could try.
All right, I'll save it because then I can always use this on him, right? I can do my next turn. I can go medicine the other guy.
Yeah, let him die. Let him die.
Well,
You just
If
met
it
him
is-
today anyway.
if I do inspiration though, well, like it's not. I need to get a 20 to. What do I need?
You need a 20. That's the only number that will save you.
Okay, so I have. That's not. The odds are horrible on that. That's
It's a
not
5% chance.
5%. You ever play
5%.
poker?
I've seen crazier shit.
Yeah, for sure.
Like
I've seen
4 nat
I've seen
20s
a
in a row.
one from
No,
every
listen,
die
I
that
gotta
our
tell you
barbarian
this.
has
No.
rolled tonight.
5% is a better chance than I have of getting 50%, 50%, and 50% in a row before getting one the opposite way. So actually, rolling for 20 is a better chance than me hitting 3 saves in a row without getting one fail.
That's right. Tell him the odds.
So I know
True.
it sounds crappy, but I have to hit 10, 10, 10 or higher without getting one number under 10 the whole time.
Yep.
So yeah, we're not going to get a 20, but hey, I'm going to die anyway. You got a better chance than me.
Well,
Well done.
I'm altruistic. So I'll do whatever I can to save my team.
All right, burn that inspo.
How do I do
It's
that?
not a great chance.
Roll,
it's better
roll
chance
medicine
than I
one more
got.
time. And I
Oh, it's-
burn it. I burn it for
Oh.
you.
So I
it's
just
on
click
my
the medicine
sheet.
button,
Yep.
but I need a 20.
Yes.
Yeah, but I need a 10 or higher 3 times in a row without getting under once.
Yeah. 10 seems a lot easier. But
It does. It does half the time, 3 times in a row.
You don't have to burn the inspo. You don't
Another
have to
thing-
do that.
no. I'm just thinking like, because if we can kill the other knight, I guess Chacho can still die just by his own roll, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. My own rolls are gonna
But
kill
Chacho,
me.
you have to do that roll anyways, don't you? Like no matter what, before Kaz can try to heal you. Or is
Now if
Kaz
you hit a
before?
20, I'm up. Standing.
What I'm saying is you're gonna have to do that roll no matter what. That first
No,
roll,
if you hit
right?
a 20,
Yes,
I'm
correct.
standing.
You'll have to do that first one no matter what.
Okay.
So
So
what
I
you're gonna
still
do?
have
Okay,
50-50
I see what you're gonna do. You're gonna wait until next turn and use your inspo on him, if he succeeds.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
That's how I see it.
Okay.
All right.
I got you. I understand.
And we go to the Dryads. The Dryads, this time, both of them succeed in punching holes into the knight's chest. And he's buried. You can see blood squirting out of his lungs as the Dryads finally make some solid purchase on that attack roll. We go to Scorchmaple next.
All right. Yo, this is gonna be tough.
Yeah, it is.
All right. What do I have? Let me look.
Suddenly I see. I will tell you this. It is possible to kill the knight. He is significantly bloodied. He's very exhausted. He is weak.
Yeah, last time that was 10 points left.
Well, yeah, because he's got a 1d8 plus 2. So he's, on the first night he had to roll max damage. But it was possible.
All
Where
right,
you
we'll
going?
see.
So I think I'm going to let me make sure this is correct.
I like that smile.
So
So buttons on your underwear.
this is difficult terrain, correct? Normally.
With the rocky stuff that you're on? Yeah.
Yeah. But because I'm in my favorite environment, the forest, I do not count it as difficult terrain, right?
That is correct. You asked me that question just so you could say that ability.
Yeah, I did.
I learned. That's good.
All right. So, but if the medicine check is
An action.
It is.
You will not be able to dash and reach your companions in time.
Yeah, I can Zephyr move, so like I can move and increase with the bonus action.
Oh, wait, no, I get 2 dice because I'm a undead person. I actually, never mind. Don't do that. I forgot I get 2 dice, right?
It's true. You give advantage on your death
I
saving
can
throws.
do. Okay.
Don't even worry about it. Don't worry
What are
about
the
me.
chances
I
that
can
they're
do it.
both ones? Am I right? What are the chances you get a
Well,
1, 2, and a 2?
Well,
100%
50-50 twice is not too bad.
All right, then I'm gonna turn.
I can do that.
All right, I'm
I
gonna
didn't
go
realize
this
I
way.
got 2. I can do that.
I'll move 30 feet in the direction of the rest of my party.
Very well, you do so. You scrabble
And-
down the rocks, land into the grasses with a big old you fire up your bow, and you let loose.
Let's go with a
Oof. With an 8, the arrow sails past the knight's head. Unfortunately, it does not injure him. He is doing a-okay. Really bad rolls tonight.
It is real bad.
It
Oh,
is rough.
D&D triage. That's what this thing is. D&D triage. The whole thing.
Anything else
then
you'd
you
like
know
to do?
that's gonna have to be it.
All right, the Aarakocra's still bleeding out, and finally we get to the moment. The moment we've all been waiting for. Let's see them death saves. There's a 10. We got 1 success and 2 failures.
I'm
He's gonna
fine,
be
I'm
alive.
fine.
The fairy's dead.
Just
We go
don't
to
let it kill me
Kaz.
while I'm on the ground, guys.
You're
Isn't
unconscious.
that
We go to the
straight up?
knight. The knight is gonna slash out at these dryads. He does not breach their armor class, unfortunately. Benny is already dead. Alacuin, the altruistic, come on in there, swoop on in and save the day.
All right, guys, what am I doing? Am I medicine people, or am I gonna use a attack on this guy with my longbow?
You still have your inspiration left, right?
I still have an inspiration, yes.
All right, then I would say try to.
I do Ray of Frost or the longbow. These are both interesting.
Your choice. The knight is within death. Any one of you with
Go
one
for
hit
it.
could kill him.
I'm just saying, like, I have a +2 on my longbow, but it's a 1d8 +2. The other one's just a 1d8, but I have a +4 on the Ray of Frost.
That's right. You got trade-offs.
Which one's better?
But once he's dead, then we're cool. Then we get to start rolling to see how dead we are.
That's right.
But is Kaz wake up next turn, or what's?
No, we gotta wait an hour for him.
Yeah, but is
What
an
should we-
hour?
What do you think, Josh? Is
How
a
long is
better
an hour?
longbow or the Ray of Frost? What do I got here? I got.
An
Longbow,
hour
I
is one
think
round. I
you
thought.
said earlier you have a greater chance to hit with the Ray of Frost.
Yep.
Like you have
Okay.
more. So I would go
Right.
with Ray of Frost.
Yeah, okay, all right, gonna roll it. Ready, guys?
Yeah.
What?
That's your damage die. You got to do the 2 hit.
Oh, okay, that's good.
Yep, that is good.
So I hit the +4.
Yep, hit the +4. And 17 just barely misses. The ice slicks across the back of his cape. It doesn't seem to harm him whatsoever, and he is still in the fight. What else would you like to do?
Are you kidding me? 17?
You just needed one more.
I thought if I hit the 17, it would be round on my side. But I guess I have to exceed it, eh? That's crap.
You have to meet it or beat it. Yep, 18.
All right. Well, and I can't do my healing stuff on anyone
Nope.
right now, can I?
Nope, I think
No.
that's turn.
All right, it's turn.
We go to the dryads. One dryad hits and punches into the chest. The other one misses their punch, and we go to Scorchmaple. You can
All
see
right.
at this juncture that knight is basically on his knees, the sword in the ground, begging the dryads for his life. He is choking up blood as he spits out and tries to beg for his life.
I'm gonna move 30 feet in the direction of my party. Not even looking, just like running this way.
All right,
Wrong
give
hand.
it to me. Let's see
Here
it.
we go.
The trick shot for the win.
18!
There's an 18. How would you like to kill or script the killing of this creature?
The knight, bloodied, his sword on the ground, looking up at the Dryads. Please, mercy, I just want... And as he goes to say it, the arrow pierces the back of his head and sticks out through his mouth, bringing an end to the night.
And there it is, friends. That is the end of our combat. Well done. But we can't all leave just yet. I need to see some saving throws.
Now that we're out of turn, can I run and do a medicine?
You can after he makes one death save.
Oh.
But I
One
don't think
death
I want
save
you
and
to.
anyone can medicine check.
But why medicine check? I get 2 dice. You guys are only going to get 1.
True, but
Good point.
that gives me 2 with inspiration.
Oh, it does give you 2?
No, I have
I'll just
inspiration.
roll 'em.
So.
I'll roll. I got it.
Go
Come
for
on,
it.
I'll die. I can't see him.
14.
Hey,
is a
14!
save. You got a
One
success.
more, you
You're
think
2 and
more?
2. You all gather around the body.
There we go, man. I'm alive.
And there
A
we
19!
go. He barely hangs on to life. Well done, team. You will live to fight another day. You will live to die another day. And that, my friends, that is the end of D&D. We will catch you next time as you tune in to D&D with us in 2 weeks. Everyone sleep well, enjoy yourselves as we get on to session 2.
Awesome. Great talk to you.
And hopefully,
Great
let me
to
just say, hopefully you will survive much better in the next one.